me up on the episode from before. And I listened to the last one. But I figured it was kind of a giveaway when Scott posted it on his Facebook before the game started.
Did you post it before the game started?
Yeah, it was like earlier that day, I swear.
Usually always after.
I don't put them. No, I swear I put them after. I think I did them like right at night, right after
I don't
the
know.
game.
I thought I saw him like on Thursday. I knew I wasn't.
The answer is half of it. But yeah,
So I have 5 left.
we 5 left.
Blue lens.
I thought you played Ari to the best of your abilities.
I actually appreciated there was a moment a nice role playing moment where I don't remember exactly, but something happened last night, and there was like I think there were like some innocent people like being harmed or something, and you were like, you know, Ari's like really upset about it. Yeah, you were like saying something about how like Ari was really upset about like some innocents that were being harmed like that, and then Dallin's like, and I'm listening to this in the car, right? I was driving from Ruda from Colorado, and Dallin's like, I don't know, she did like just totally like take out those demons like unprovoked, and I was like, yeah, but they were demons. That's the point. They were evil. And I couldn't. And that's
One is
I think it's
Grey Ooze or Ochre Jelly.
I think it's
Or like they're both countable.
No, like you can pick between the two.
it's technically the finest.
Is that a monster?
It's not.
Okay.
It's an ooze, but it's a
And
I have a technique to make those.
Right.
Using filling a can with water. It floats and kind of makes
so all right. About my intention, probably should have made this clear, was that they're like sort of retractable, like whether I maybe like twist and they pop out or like do kind of a
Yeah, we figured they were like,
and then I can put them back.
Assassin's Creed style blades, and if you want to pop.
I'll tell you, then I can do like open hands.
Is this your water? No, Charles.
Thank you.
This is my water. It's mostly water.
obviously mimics.
Yeah, no, I just heard it playing last night. First time ever. It's for free.
Besides, like,
Cool mission.
I'm gonna get on blue lead.
They're pretty fun games.
I'm training one.
It's cool if you like to be like an assassin.
I'm gonna put
Which I do.
one
Yeah.
for
Like,
whatever.
you know what? I'm surprised I haven't.
Basically anything that you encountered in the story so far, that you've
Owlbears and stuff.
Yeah, those will all be.
I have a bottle of apple cider just sitting on my desk. So I can put a bring one for anyone left. Now it's gonna be nice and warm when I get home.
It's hot.
Hey,
Good evening.
It's hot.
The plate's hot. Don't touch it.
Oh.
You gotta touch it.
A displacer beast.
Okay. All right.
Classic monster. And a griffin.
Griffins are monstrosities.
Gryffindor!
So
So,
that's actually only 2.
Huh?
I need 3.
I know, I'll get you one more.
Okay.
So let's see here. I could just give you a hippogriff as well.
Griffin is DHON? GRY, right? Depends on how
It can be either way.
Just found out my son won their first baseball game of the year.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Tonight was their first game and they won. I should
What else did you say?
What
Displacer Beast,
position does he
Griffin.
play?
usually center field.
And
Nice.
he got walked, and then he got a
let's throw a dragon in
hit
there.
that he
A
tried to
wyvern.
stretch into a double, and he got tagged out a second.
Wyvern.
Is it kid pitch for him this year?
Mhm.
Nice. Is this his first year on kid pitch? Or?
Third, actually.
Oh.
They start him young
Other ones
now.
that you
Oh,
can
really?
add
like
afterwards
yeah, they
are
start
the
him
dragons that
in
you face.
Mustang, which
So-
is like
A white
So
dragon.
the white dragon, yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 8, 9.
Yanti
Wow.
I know.
are all monstrosities.
Everyone's getting hit.
If you want to add them to your book.
They teach him to step up and
Just
take a hit.
bean. I mean, the pitch is only
It's
coming
coming-
50
coming
miles
slow,
an
yeah.
hour at best. Yeah. Just step into it.
He's gotten hit a couple
And
of
then
times.
Bears, obviously.
and,
Yeah, as long as you know how to take it, like on the back.
he's
or
getting
something.
pretty good at shaking it off.
Yeah. Oh man. I feel bad for the pitchers. That'd
Oh,
be tough
man.
to pitch in that when you're that young.
Yeah, I
And the
mean, so he's
games go
11 now. He's in
forever.
Bronco. So they're a little better, but
yeah.
still, like,
still like
the difference every
five
time.
batters.
Every time, the
Yeah.
difference between a win and a loss is like who has
So
the better
that should
pitchers.
be
Yeah.
Treant, and then I'll put like the note of what
Yeah.
the purple worm dude, right?
Yep.
And I'm trying to
Kind of
think
like real
What
baseball.
else?
Kind of like real ball.
Scintillating still.
Go Dodgers.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you
And
have.
my 9-year-old
Face
Emmy
off again.
was in her first ever play tonight. She was in Annie.
Oh,
Swag,
nice. Oh, I can't-
swag, didn't we?
Green
Center
flag.
point?
Oh no, that wasn't you.
She's
that
a little
was
orphan.
Druid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
really fun to see. She really got
Unicorn
into
and
it. She did
Nightmare.
great.
If you wanted to write those down.
Awesome.
It's fun when they start to connect in that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool. Are we just waiting on Thornok or?
Yeah, I mean we can start
Has
whenever. I'm
anyone
just
seen
I'm
any message from him
holding
on
this out, so really
like
quick.
Google Chat?
I think he said about like 25 minutes ago that he was on his way.
Okay.
Getting in.
So, for those of you wondering what Scott and I are talking about over here, last session I mentioned that Tavish had like a journal of monstrosities and monsters that he's encountered, and I told him that I wanted to see that just as a joke, and he took it to heart. So he's writing down a list of like monstrosities that he's seen and other like creatures that he's encountered in his travel, and he's going to be doing his own little like journal diary for him. So yeah, but it is going to provide you a benefit because that's really awesome.
What was the name of that earth elemental that we saw? The king of. Did he have a name?
He was a duke, an elemental duke, I believe, but I can't remember his name. I'd have to go back through the episode.
He was the Duke of Rock.
But any creature that you encounter that is in your journal, you'll get advantage on remembering like immunities and other sorts of intricacies about them if you roll like a nature check.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So that should be fun.
I thought you were going to say advantage on all attacks against him. I was like, whoa.
No.
Yes.
Can we all write journals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to write a journal. On
Dear
every
diary,
No,
today we fought a spider.
And therefore, from
attack
now on,
I fought that spider that I squished right there.
His
So
name?
every spider from now on,
His name was
no matter the
Dethicus.
size.
giant or otherwise.
Yep. So last time, the party made it just outside of the Misty Forest, and made it to a small town called Pony Hill, in which they settled in because Tavish knew people in the town, just to get a nice rest. And of course, being adventurers, nice rest means there was a raid in the middle of the night from a bunch of orcs. While THORNOK and Ari ran off in one direction to hold off the flanking force, the main party went and basically defended against this force of orcs and these weird, almost bloated orcs that seem to have just a bunch of diseases on them and everything. But they were able to defeat them soundly, and well, not without injury, but or sickness for some.
A couple of them exploded, and
But then
Some of
they,
us sick.
after that, they had a fantastic festival. It was the Pony Festival.
Pony Fest.
Pony Fest. Yep. In which Brahm played his
Pony Fest
brand new
2092.
version of the Heroes
1292.
of Greenest, adding a new verse about them defending Pony Hill that everybody loved. It was amazing. At least if you roll good on your performance.
And then at the end it was, and
Tavish.
Yeah.
let's find out. 15 plus performance, it's a 9. It's going to be 24.
24.
Oh, yeah.
Rock that house.
It's a huge hit. Like, I mean, it's about their town. Like, they all
Top
love it.
40 for like 10 weeks. Easy.
Remember,
So
if anyone tries to sell you the song, that you need to send the proceeds to the Broken Spear, P.O. Box,
Castle in the Swamp.
Castle in the Swamp,
Or Sky.
where we never go.
real estate.
So that.
Free real estate. That's what I thought when I saw that.
That's why I laughed so hard when I saw that.
We've never been back, but
No.
we just like
It's
it's our castle. We have one.
We have a castle. It's just in the swamp. We'll go back there someday.
Gonna find a bunch of orcs squatting there. Or something.
Yeah, and that's like dungeon opening 101. Is if you leave, other monsters will come in. Like there's.
That's how most dungeons are populated. It just, they're like, hey,
I went away for the weekend, and
that's a nice home.
when I came back, 3 Umber Hulks were hanging new drapes in my living room.
They were flesh drapes, but they were still, they were new to
The
them.
fleshy dreams.
So the next day after Pony Fest, you all wake up and let's go ahead and just get a Constitution saving throw to see how hungover everybody is.
Yeah, how much did I
Give me a
partake?
second. I'm not a drinker.
Yeah, my constitution
19.
sucks.
Man, I mean,
Ooh,
19
not,
plus 2, 20.
not a drinker, or you drink a little bit and
Straight
I'm
or
like
safe?
Legolas in
Constitution,
Lord of the
yeah.
Rings, right? It's like I think I feel a slight tingle in my
Straight or
fingers.
safe?
12.
straight.
Nat 20, so 22.
Oh yeah, Tavish is fine. Tavish wakes up with a little bit of a headache, and then he like pops open one of his little things and just. Oh, okay. All right.
18.
Actually, you are the
Somebody
most.
can't
Actually,
hold
no,
their
sorry.
liquor.
I'm giving you advantage on this, but not because you drink a lot. Because the alcohol is not affecting you very much, yet you still wake up with a hangover.
12.
You might have woke up drunk. You went to bed drunk and woke up a little bit.
It's
tipsy.
more like he.
It happens, and it sucks.
Like the beer is not enough to sustain him anymore. It's giving like you're getting headaches, and you think it's like withdrawal from
You're
not
like
having that much
Bender.
alcohol, but
You get
you're not quite sure. Yeah.
I say,
more drunk.
Give me a second, I can grab something.
I say, hey, I know this really great chorizo burrito place down the street if you want to.
Halfling
Coat the stomach
run.
with grease.
I mean, everybody has a pleasant morning, except for Akio, who has to take a little bit to get up. And then the party continues on their way into the Misty Forests.
Yes.
Once again, we're in the northern part of the Misty Forest, which means there's a lot of spruce trees around. It's very much like the evergreens or the it's not your usual like what you would associate a elvish forest.
It's not Lothlorien.
It's different, very much so.
Pine trees and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of pine trees.
It's like Colorado.
Very coniferous.
Get an extra chair.
I mean, yet we have plenty of chairs.
We've got
Yeah.
another person here.
Whoa! How's it going?
Good, man. It's been forever.
Yeah. It's been many, many months.
Hey, we can shut the stream off. Great.
Yeah.
We have a THORNOK!
Come to kill me in person.
Here, we'll film the festivities.
We'll see.
We'll get him on picture. I'll squeeze him in over there.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hi, puppers. I have no idea what you look like, but I hear you once in a while.
Oh, yeah, they don't shut up.
Hey, Chef. Oh, they're good.
Come on over.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
For the first time, I just decided to scream, right?
This mysterious voice.
On the other end of the tunnel.
I was picturing a disembodied head, but
All right. What's the over under on the number of crits that he rolls? Now he's rolling in person.
I'm gonna say just because you said it, he's gonna roll like
Exactly.
so
Nothing
many crits.
but yeah.
I have no idea.
crit fails count as a crit, right?
Yeah. I guess.
You got tomorrow off.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
tomorrow. I have tomorrow off.
Nice.
Hooray for having tomorrow
I
off.
also have Monday off.
Oh, nice.
So we're playing Sunday night as well. Bonus
What's
game.
tomorrow?
I'm fine with that. I have my kids all day
No.
Monday, but
He gets it up.
I can make
You get it off?
I do.
Let's play!
You have Monday off?
Yeah. No, Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Just Friday.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that lucky.
So what you're saying is we can play a little late tonight.
That's up to Scott,
If I'm
actually.
hearing that.
Whatever.
I'll play.
Breeze came down, so.
No. Yeah, we
Are
can
you
go.
gonna be all right?
Yeah,
I feel bad that I was late.
Nice.
No, it's all
Oh, this just got so much cooler.
Yeah, they were like,
we got everybody but Casey.
yeah, she's too tired.
I'm
She's
feeling good.
she's been dealing with the sickness for the past few weeks, and she's been taking antibiotics for it. And
No.
it's just
Right,
draining.
right as you were coming, Kobe was like, "Is he getting on?" I was like, "Oh, he said he was coming to get online."
You're like 25 minutes ago. I'm like, how long does it take him to get online? He's got like AOL or something.
He logged in and the whole time,
I almost did that.
30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever.
Minus.
Where do you live? Where's it?
So I live in West Jordan.
Oh, okay.
I live off like 90th South.
All right. That's where kind of where Adam lives. About where Adam lives.
At the stadium.
What internet do I use?
ScooterNet. ScooterNet. Can you pause the stream so we can say what the Wi-Fi or I could just type it.
But it's so much fun to say.
It's so much fun though.
I know, I was so confused when they told me. I was like, what the hell are you saying to me right now? Like, they had to say like 3 times.
The guy I work with that does all of our internet stuff for my office always has ridiculous passwords.
Yeah.
This one, the last one was ask Juan for the password.
Is his name Juan?
No,
Oh, even
it was
better.
just one of the, it was
That's
just
awesome.
some dude.
Just random.
That's
That's
hilarious.
great.
I have a box
What's up, Jared?
in my
Welcome.
backpack. The headphone box.
Did you say there's
Big
a
pocket.
Jared in the chat room?
Box.
Yeah.
Get to bed.
This is
You got
Jared.
work in the morning.
This is Jared Jensen, a guy
No,
I
next
used
to
to
it.
work with when I was in
Oh.
Idaho.
Right. Different Jared then.
Welcome. He is a.
Is this the fabled dice?
Yeah.
I'm expecting them to glow. No, they're not glowing.
No.
Hand in box.
The trick is I have magic pink bag that
I was expecting a silk loincloth.
I wish it was a silk loincloth.
That'd make it perfect.
Here you go, man.
For any of you guys
There's your
that are
up close and
curious,
personal look at him, and there's Ari as well.
for any of you that are curious, Hero Forge just
we
added.
do this with wrist blades now.
You can post your character now. On
Yeah,
your
it's posted on Hero Forge.
everything except for legs. You can do all the stuff except for legs.
Arms,
so.
yeah, arms. You can actually put the chest forward or back,
Head
movement.
Sometimes like the hair, if you've got like.
I saw somebody
ponytails.
adjust shoulder plates too.
Yeah.
I might
I'm
need
gonna have
to,
to
to
do that.
redo it
Yeah.
And then you can down. I'll just print you some. So we go.
and get
So cool.
Wrist blades on it.
get the wrist blades on there.
Yeah.
All right,
Or
so it's time
something
for your
like it.
first roll while you're here.
I'm pretty sure I can just add them in.
Really stoked.
It's just a Constitution check to see if you wake up hungover after Pony Fest.
That's a no.
Alrighty.
It's a 6.
Do you want a better box to roll? And I have a
Followed
bigger
by a
one.
natural
This
20.
is what I've been rolling in for 2 years.
All right.
Give it up.
Can't ruin it.
Alrighty. Okay, so Thornok and Akio have
you do the bad
shared
review?
hangover
Thanks,
and
Jared.
burritos.
See ya.
Did he actually go to bed?
Yep. Oh, and he has a fight to catch.
Oh, okay.
This is different.
Wait, it was Jared, Jared?
Different Jared, not Jared.
Yeah.
Jared.
Not your
Like I
Jared.
said,
I know.
that
My
reminds
Jared,
me,
not your Jared.
I'm gonna
Not
be
his Jared.
gone.
My
My
Jared.
Jared.
Next week.
We all have our
I'm gonna
own
be
personal
in
Jared.
Canada and not able to play.
That is.
Is it illegal in Canada?
No, I'm gonna be sharing a hotel room with like 3 other people.
What you doing, eh?
Hotel room, really? I mean,
You guys
condo.
aren't
Just tell
playing
them,
any
just tell them to
D&D
shut
in
the
here,
hell
are
up
ya?
while you're playing.
You could just be silent.
I don't know if it's gonna work out.
book.
I'm gonna be honest.
Just
The
give
Rise
numbers.
of-
When he says roll something, you just go
I'm just messaging you guys. I got a 17.
20.
Just do it in Hangouts. Yeah.
All right. So the party heads out of the Misty, or out into the Misty Forest.
Into the Misty Forest.
Again, we've got a very. I wish I could remember biomes from 7th grade.
Carnivorous.
Carnivorous?
Carnivorous.
Carnivorous
Pick them up
forest.
from
Carnivorous forest.
It's a carnivorous. Whoa.
That sounds much worse.
Yeah. And the party continues on maybe for about, I'd say, a good chunk of the morning. You're not really sure. Is there any direction specifically that you were given? I can't remember if I gave you a specific direction.
I haven't played for so long, I don't remember anything.
Anybody have any notes on what on what you're doing here?
Yes. We're supposed to be going.
THORNOK, you're here to actually.
THORNOK knows nothing.
Yeah.
Hungover. He's mostly naked.
He puts his loincloth on his head.
We're going
He's
to the
airing it
king.
out.
We're trying to figure out what's going on in the area because he was trying to hide it. And then the other part was the hags.
Well, we've got the hags.
No pants.
We've
I got
got
a duck, right?
to find what's going on, and then didn't Leo-san say something about there was like dragon activity?
It wasn't Leosin. It was the Emerald Enclave guy.
They're saying he's hiding something,
Yeah,
saying
that's right.
that there's no raids and everything's fine.
I swear they said that it was
You've
like
probably seen it, and then the
dragon
other one
attacks.
somewhere around here.
I haven't seen
I swear we heard
either
that.
your dogs.
Really? I think there was a lot of
I've never seen
they were
what it was
suspecting a lot of stuff, but I don't
Pretty much
remember what the
where
actual thing was.
So we're still
Like,
trying to figure that out, I guess.
You should show him the tavern lighting.
I can do that.
The forest.
Get ready.
lighting.
Oh yeah,
The mood lighting.
we could do like a green forest lighting,
You want to do that?
The rays of sun coming through the forest.
like a brighter green right now because you guys aren't.
Like that? Like that?
There we go. Kind of a good foresty feel to it.
Me gusta.
So anyway, Dalen Winterhound did direct you guys here because he thought that the raids on the Elvish territory, he think something was a little odd about it, but he didn't give you much direction beyond that.
Right.
We were supposed to investigate it. We sent a bunch of dragonborn, or
The gold dragon
the gold dragon,
to deal with Melindrak.
but it wasn't the dragon himself. It was the
Was
the dragonborn.
It was
Bronze dragon.
it was gold dragons.
The Dragonflight.
They're actual dragons.
Yeah, the gold went to the Misty
Right.
Forest.
They're actual full dragons, not.
Yeah, they're full dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been patrolling
Yeah,
around
because
here.
remember
and everything.
Melindrak did
Okay.
the Draco Rage or whatever.
For some reason, I was picturing like dragonborn army.
Or maybe he didn't do it, but like his grandpa did or something.
Yeah, it was their
Yeah.
ancestors. Yeah,
Somebody screwed it up.
the
Yeah.
Dracorage mythal.
Okay,
Yeah.
those elves are prone to mistakes.
And you guys
Never.
are traveling for about a half a day, and let's go ahead and get a round of perception checks from everybody. And remember, if this is your favorite.
Guys
terrain,
are failing me.
bonus or-
Well, my favorite terrain's grasslands.
Apparently I'm too hungover to
That would
be
be
very
no help.
perceptive. I'm just like
Do you
staring at my
need more
feet.
space?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I put my laptop down here.
Yeah, I know. Let's get you more
It's not that big
space.
of a deal.
I'm an 11. Was all.
Look at that. Look at that. Look how easy that is. Just an 11?
I can do this
of
too,
course.
and we can
Yeah.
more room.
Okay.
You'll be able to make sure that I don't cheat on my rolls.
Yep. You can be able to see that I don't cheat on mine. I probably need another screen then.
Oh no!
Here, I'll avert the gaze.
Oh, where is this? So I got an 11 from Ari.
18.
18?
7. I'm very
Would it
perceptive.
be considered?
Yes.
No, it's more
Perception
just
check?
a
9.
technically I could just done
It's
passive
terrible.
perception, but whatever.
Can I do passive perception? That would be better for me.
I think in this specific case, Ari is kind of wonderstruck
Yeah,
because this is the first foray into elven lands that she's ever taken.
Rama's playing Thunderstruck as we come in. While
There.
she is Wonderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
You've been.
Thunderstruck. 9.
9,
I'm just too hungover to notice anything.
30.
30. Okay. So Tavish, you hear the slightest rustling of leaves in an area that you're not expecting them to be, and that causes like your attention to shift, and you see just something kind of fade into the canopy as you look up.
Okay. It looks like we might be being followed or watched.
I cry out
Burn the whole forest down.
somewhat loudly and I say, in Elvish, I say, whoever's there, we're friends of the Wood Elf people. We come to aid.
Not here to murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few moments pass, and then some figures start to come out of the woodwork. Pretty much, almost literally. There's some elven rangers seem to kind of just appear out of the tree trunks. They kind of peel off, and you can see like the bark camo that they've got on, and they land down and they kind of circle you, but they don't do it threateningly. They've got their bows down. There's no
Like one was a
arrows in
raccoon.
it.
They don't look like the
come out.
70s.
Yeah, like literally one was a raccoon and literally pops into a.
Are they
an elven
legitimate
druid.
wood elves like the 70s Hobbit movie where they're like trees?
Oh no.
I think.
No, they're just that type.
Woodland elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get down.
So it's camo, not like actual bark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the two at the head of the group, like they all just kind of stare silently at the rest of the party, getting a good gauge of you. And then two of them move to the side and kind of give a deep bow. And the forest seems to almost part as a kind of an elf in more ceremonial armor steps forward. He does look a little like King Melindrak, but he is not. And he kind of gives you an incline of the head, and he says, "I am Prince Oligarthus
I have to do a
of the
perception
Misty
check.
Forest."
I want a perception check him.
Okay. He looks like an elf. Do you mean an insight check though?
Malicious. Yeah, I want to see if he's if
That would be
they're
an insight.
Yeah.
if he's got malfeasance around him in his ear,
Malicious intent.
malicious intent.
I'm gonna lean over
12.
to
12 plus.
Akio in the meantime and be like, "Is it me or do they all look the same?"
I'll just laugh, but
I-
not say
I-
anything.
I bow.
14.
14. He seems
Then
happy
I will,
to see you. He
then I'll
doesn't
bow
seem
to
like
him.
he's about to stab you in the throat.
then I'll bow to him.
Yeah, I bow and say, what was it? Prince, what was it?
Oligarthus.
Oligarthus. I say, Prince Oligarthus, we are members of the Order of the Broken Spear.
I know who you are.
Say, we sent the gold dragons here. We had some business in a town nearby, and we thought we'd check in on things in the forest and see if everything was going all right. If the dragons had found anything or been able to help in any way.
The dragons have been doing wonders in patrolling, and it seems as if the dragon raids have stopped in the meantime, which is great news to hear. However, I'm concerned that there's something going on and that our dragon threat is not over, which is why I had Dylan contact you, send you out here.
Going behind your father, eh?
My father is a noble man, but he can be stubborn.
I understand. We've dealt with them.
Dads are the worst.
I never knew my father.
So many daddy issues.
This just got awkward.
We all disappoint our
I'm like-
fathers in the end.
I say, well,
Yeah.
what can we do to help?
There is a village about 2 miles into the forest called Atlin, and they seem to have weathered the dragon attack better than most. We're not sure why. We were hoping that you would investigate and maybe find some clues as to where the cult is hiding out, and possibly, maybe even where this dragon is nesting.
Or so there is a dragon. What type of dragon? Have you seen it?
It is a green dragon, from all reports. I personally have not seen it, but plenty have.
Have these people ever had a predisposition to being rebels or being against in any way? Are you implying that they may be colluding with this dragon? Or
I'm not certain.
Rebellion.
right,
It's just odd.
peculiar.
We will investigate. Can you perhaps show us the way to the village?
I will
Not
send one of
much.
my scouts with you that can show you to the village. And also, and he kind of reaches into his kind of a pouch in his armor, pulls out a small coin made of not like copper or silver, just like brass, and he hands it to you, and he says, "This should allow your friend," and he purposefully looks over at THORNOK for a moment, to pass without any incident.
What's that supposed
I say.
No offense intended.
I say.
Boom!
I know.
Because I'm
I know half
Yes.
orcs. They all.
Bad
Say I know half orcs. They all look alike.
And all the elves kind of chuckle a little bit.
Right here.
Wait.
I want to like
in the forest.
I want to pull him aside and just say, well, I want to ask him if he has a moment. Like, do you have a moment for a word?
Of course.
It's a personal matter.
And he steps off to the side, and 2 of his royal guards step off with him.
Okay.
Do you have time?
And
for a
I
word?
just wanna ask him. I say,
I don't know what to talk about. I just want to be.
We just want to be cool too.
Yeah.
We want to feel.
We want to
cool.
see intelligence.
I say, so my full name is Ariana Wild. I was told, I was orphaned as a child. I have no recollection of my family, other than my brother. I was found in the woods by a leader of a thieves guild. He raised me up on the streets of Baldur's Gate. He always
Sounds horrible.
It was, and it wasn't. I suppose there were things that I learned and things that I've obviously missed out on. I say, but he always told me that my surname was Wild. I never knew if that's just one that he gave me or if I truly had family by that name. And I thought maybe since you were of the royal family, you may have perhaps heard of my parents or known.
He rolls a history.
It's like all Elvish bastards have the last name Wild.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That would be super
That
interesting.
would be cool, actually.
I mean, is that what you want? Is that what you want it to be?
I'm leaving it up to your discretion.
I've never heard of the surname Wild before. It does sound like a rather made-up name given to a wood elf that does not have a surname.
I say,
This is
well,
true.
thank you for your time.
Damn, you're half elf hearing.
I got great passive
I will
perception, so.
do what I can to see if there's anything I can find out about your heritage.
I appreciate that. I assume it would. You know of any parents of young children that were maybe killed in the Baldur's Gate vicinity or something that might give us a clue? I don't know, but I appreciate anything you might be able to
Of
discuss.
course. and then he kind of just steps back and he says, "Go with peace and good luck, adventurers.
Thank you.
You know,
You as
live
well.
long and prosper, that sort of thing."
He's a long way.
Yep. And then
Who did he give the coin to?
He
Thornok?
gave it to Ari, just because Ari kind of took the
I
lead
told
there.
them there was a
Although,
peace throughout the
He probably
universe.
should give it to Thornok. But
Yeah.
What's
I
the
get what
coin?
you
Peace
go.
among worlds.
It's like a safe passage.
The I'm on your side badge.
Yeah.
Right. Let me.
Strap it to the front of your loincloth.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if I can tie it.
No,
Like a
nobody
belt
wants to look there. They're all like,
No,
It's gonna be like a belt. Right above
And then
the
every time he
loincloth.
walks up to somebody, he's like, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. And everyone's just like,
That, or else we have to find some
Pelvic
crease out, and I'm gonna put it on my chest. It's like, there you go.
oh, there's plenty of trees. We can find some
Blood
somewhere.
Should I make
Going
a
down
survival
the
check for
pin.
some tree sap?
Sure.
It's not great. 11.
I mean,
We're in a forest.
in a pine forest.
the,
like,
the problem
there's
is
sap
it
everywhere.
takes you a little bit longer because your first thought is trees bleed sap, right?
Right, so
So
I just chop down a tree.
And you take your axe and you swing it to a tree and it just hits against the tree because it's a living creature, or it's a living thing technically. So your axe will not cut through it.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
I have a solid 10 minutes of like,
Like beating the tree.
what is wrong with this axe?
I just watched
This tree
a
appears to be growing larger.
I just watched a YouTube skit where it's talking
This is
about this
useless.
NPC
More
woodsman
branches.
that's been chopping the same tree for 20 years and not been able to chop it down, obviously. And it's sort of like that. But then you realize that there's sap right above where you're chopping. Yeah, so there you go. You got some sap. Perfect.
It's upside down. though.
Yeah. Oh, free passage.
So
That symbol
slabs
upside
and-
down means instant death. So
I just turn it.
Ow, ow,
Well, I have a breastplate on.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
But no pants.
but no.
It's like all the chest hairs are.
But your chest hair is coming out of the breastplate, right? And like just
everywhere.
The Bob Ross chest hair.
So I think it's like shag carpet. Keep it a little bit trimmed. I'm assuming all the fire that I run through has singed a good amount of it off.
So it's the Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
THORNOK
smooth-
does
smooth as
push-ups
an
over the
baby's
campfire every night to keep it trim, so...
Hair burns, man.
That's the only way that orcs know how to do it. It's terrible for the rest of the party. Every campsite stinks like burning hair, but it works.
It's a
Take
natural.
1d4 damage.
It also makes sure that I do all my push-ups.
Yep.
Keeps that core nice and tight.
Don't know if you heard, but I just did 1,000.
1,200. I don't know what numbers
The rest
are.
of the elves, yeah, I don't know numbers.
It's
The
like,
rest
I
of the
did-
elves meld into the forest with the prince, except for one scout who kind of says this way, and she turns back into a raccoon and starts like leading you back through
But
the
it's like
forest.
she's a Jew. It's like cardboard. She's like,
It's just a clip. She just puts
and
it
we just had not good enough perception to see her.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd get. Does anyone?
You rolled a 30.
I did. She rolled like a 40 on her
It's a
still.
damn good cardboard disguise.
Yeah.
Excellent cosplay, 10 out of 10.
Where'd they get cardboard?
Does anyone notice that that's
Does that look like a dire badger or a dire raccoon to you guys?
That raccoon's really big.
So you head through the forest. It takes a good 2 or 3 hours to walk. Actually, it's a couple miles, so probably about most of the day. You know, it's getting to late afternoon by the time you guys get to Atland. And you kind of come off into this open area. You're not quite sure if you're there, and she turns back to her elven form and says, "Here we are, Atland." And you do see that there are a few people like wandering about, but at first you don't see any buildings, and then you see that they're very well concealed, very well built into the forest itself. So you've got your ground level, which has a few different huts and shops that have kind of been foliaged over and melded into the bushes, and then you see these kind of walkways that basically almost look like branches if you're not paying enough attention, and you can see kind of this second level of the village up above it, and you can see that it's very much not in shambles, but it looks like they've been cleaning up. And there's a few people around, and you can tell that there's a lot of like somber faces in the area. That, you know, this place isn't necessarily a happy village at the moment. But the scout bows and turns back.
Before she leaves, I just say, any idea where we should start, who we should talk to?
Well, ever since the attack, the priest is dead, and Galen has become the leader of Atlan.
Galen?
Yeah, he is the warden of the village.
As we walk through the village, I'm pointing at my.
every elf that passes by, you're just like,
Tap it,
"Hey, hey,
security badge.
It's like, not me, not me. Your side.
Yeah, there are a couple of wary looks, but when they do see the badge, they kind of just go back to their work.
After this,
You still get some sideline
I'm gonna be
glances,
like,
though.
this is great. No one hates me yet.
Yet.
I'd like to ask her, if I was to go and try to procure, where would be the places in this vicinity that might have some loose lips, places people like to gossip?
I'm sorry, I don't know this village very well.
Bars, taverns? Gosh, thank
Where do
you.
people get drunk?
I've
at?
literally got one line of dialogue, and I gave it to you, so...
You're a horrible
Boom! Raccoon!
disintegrating rate.
Don't worry, I can.
Ever since the dragon attack, the priest is dead. I can attack Galen. He's the leader.
I gotta go.
Alright. The prince
Third time
swore
in
that that's the only line I could utter.
Yeah. Okay. I'm literally sworn to silence otherwise.
Some elven mead sounds awesome right now.
I'm just feeling like,
you got over your hangover then?
No, but the cure to the hangovers
you
to
know,
just
Little hair.
I'm
Get him
home
over.
for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Little hair of the.
You are definitely like
Display
this is
shirts, right?
this is what an elven village looks like. There's no side
This is what I've
streets. There's no
missing.
back alleys.
This is your pirate ship.
Yeah.
There's not
This
even-
is your Leo moment.
Yeah. There's not even a sewer. Like it's
Yeah.
incredible.
I can't smell the
No sewer?
feces in the street.
I'm.
There's not people
ground
getting
is so
mugged
soft.
on every
You have no
corner.
idea.
Why is everything growing so low?
I rolled a 16 to look for a tavern, by the way.
Oh, I want to assist in that.
All right, go ahead and roll for assist.
You start opening doors and like.
Are you a tavern?
Is it,
No.
investigation?
Oh, then I rolled a.
What'd you roll?
16.
Did you just roll a perception?
Yeah, so 19.
19?
I rolled a 9.
Alright, so THORNOK, it's not too much help. You actually have to pull him away as he literally just starts going door to door and asking, "Are you a tavern?"
Hey, do you know what a tavern is? Your side.
I block here.
Yeah.
I'm allowed here. And you
Not
quickly
murder.
find out that there actually isn't an inn or a tavern in this area. This village does not appear to have one. And when you kind of ask
pure
about
elves.
it, well, I mean, there's like
sense
the
of
elf is like,
soul.
yeah, you can go grab some mead from the market, but we don't have like a drinking place. We don't get many
So
guests
where
here.
do you do your normal drinking with your friends?
Here, there, up. in
Sounds
the
like
trees.
taverns everywhere.
So the whole place is a tavern.
So what you're saying is no public intoxication.
We get drunk everywhere.
Perfect. Perfect. All right,
And
let's do it.
obviously, I mean, we're elves, so maybe not drunk is the right word there.
Well, then you guys
Super
are
drunk?
gonna see something you've never seen before.
Or something they probably
if they could point us in the direction of the warden Galen.
Of course, yeah. They point you at a particular place, and that's the town hall that he's staying in.
Are there farmers about by chance?
You see a couple people carrying like fruit and vegetable baskets and everything.
I would like to stop one of them and show them my magic band. That I have no idea what they do.
They look at them. They go, "Mighty fine beans there."
Are they normal? I
And
found him somewhere.
the farmer kind of looks at him a little bit, and he goes, "Hey, Baron." And then one of the other elves comes out from like nowhere, and they go, "Take a look at these beans." And Baron kind of leans forward and really quickly kind of draws this like quick symbol, and his eyes just go violet, and he goes, "Yeah, they're magic, all right. Would you are
Magic
you looking to sell them, or?"
No, I just didn't know what they were. I just thought it was a bag of beans.
Throw them at somebody.
I mean,
I take one, I throw it
Oh, I'm just
away
kidding.
from the village.
okay. So
The D100.
yeah,
Do it.
magic
I
bag of
rolled
beans.
a 40.
The whole town is level.
No,
Well, problem solved. Let's go.
Well, no need to worry about dragons now.
Is it just bag of beans? Is what it's called?
Yeah, it's called a bag of beans.
There's those magic beans that you gave him. That like one of them. you
Wonder
threw
if
on the
I am
ground.
rare.
He said, "What was it?
Roll the 40.
40?
I rolled a 40.
Hey, the bean lands, hops, and then all of a sudden, it kind of explodes into this. It looks like a fully functional campfire, but the flames are blue. They're kind of rising up, and it's just kind of this blue flickering.
I am a
flame.
wizard!
Hold on, I gotta go do push-ups now.
Yeah.
Poor village.
And that will last for 24 hours, or until you extinguish it.
Nope, I'm leaving it. I'm gonna be like, I made that. No one touch it.
Only you can
Yourself.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's the funny thing is it's not like it's just a fire in
It's
the
like
middle
magic.
of the forest. Like literally, it's a campfire with the full stone ring and everything. It's really laid in there, like in a pit kind of thing. So it's not. I mean, unless there's an errant spark, which you haven't seen any sparks coming from this magical.
This is where we're sleeping.
Yeah, I guess we've got our campsite.
All right,
I
we
set up
found our
camp
end.
for us.
Good job.
Now he's
I've
gonna
been
try that.
dying to do that.
Every single night, you're like, I got this, guys, and it's gonna be like summons an undead horror from beyond, you know. It's like,
So it gives me so to read through.
Landed on some kid's bed.
But those are gonna start coming up more. Because,
Yeah. Does it give you the list of what
Yeah, it gives me
everything
the
is?
list.
Okay.
So
You were literally like one away from something very different.
Yep.
I was
Good
hoping
thing
like
it's a good thing it was a
unlimited
40, not 41.
just like a fountain of mead sprays down.
There is a fountain of mead. It's rough to roll though.
So
both of you guys are
Ari's
like,
gonna head off towards.
Galen.
Okay.
Get another bullet.
When we get back to our castle, we'll just throw them off the top.
We have a castle?
Yeah, in the swamp.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
is it
think
gonna
it.
sink and then we gotta build another one?
We claim
and that
it,
one's gonna
don't
sink and then we gotta build a third one.
And then that one's gonna burn down. And
Yeah.
it's just sink into the
And then swing your
But
tail.
the fourth one.
one stayed.
Um,
I I've never seen this castle. I'm really interested to go to it.
Like
so,
a song
one of
is
these days.
coming on.
The only way you'll know it's ours is there's a broken spears over
tied over the door.
Yeah, because those are
they're
probably
still
still there.
Oh,
Hey, the thing is really tall, man.
Castle Neatar.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's find Galen.
Alright.
Galen,
That's fine,
by the way, your bullet is recharged.
Okay.
It's been a week at this point. A week
Oh,
of travel.
have we? Like, did we have any more days traveling from Pony, whatever, to work on my wrist blades?
We put all those. Oh,
No,
no,
just
no,
barely.
no, between there.
No, you had Pony Fest, which kind of took the whole day, and then this whole day has been travel so far. So there hasn't been any downtime to work on it.
Okay.
So you head off, and you head in. Like a lot of the huts here is very much open door policy. You see people like opening up doors and saying "Hey" to people that they're obviously not supposed, like people that are not family or it's not their household. So it's pretty easy to like knock and walk in.
Really easy to steal things.
So you step into a modest dwelling suspended by iron strong boughs. So you're going up to the second level, apparently. Didn't know that.
Okay.
Now I do. So, and you enter a cozy sitting room. A slim elf sits at a desk, standing to greet you with a forced smile, as a raven perched in a nearby cage caws hideously. Says, "Welcome to our village. How can I be of service, travelers?"
Thank you. Are you Galen?
I am.
We've been hearing rumors from both within and without the forest that there have been disturbances recently. The former leader of the village was killed in a dragon attack.
Yeah, we had a dragon attack here about 2 weeks ago.
Well, we are the Order of the Broken Spear. I don't know if you've heard of us, but we're a band of adventurers. We were recently in Waterdeep. What was the name of the city?
Yeah.
I'm bad at names. And we spoke with King Melendrak, and also more recently with Prince. And they asked us to come and see if there was anything we could do to help. Perhaps we could track this dragon down.
The king sent a party of adventurers to check this out.
It was more the prince, but we did speak with the king, and we were responsible for sending the gold dragon flight here recently to assist in any way that we can with the attacks from the cult and the dragon.
And should anything go wrong, then of course, as you would know, King Melendrak wouldn't be not on the hook for a failure. So this is an easy way to dispatch of this dragon, and if we fail, then it is not on his head.
Let's go ahead and get a deception check from Ari, aided by Brom here. Just because you are technically lying about the king sending you on this mission. And I do not consider half-truths to be truth.
Deception 13.
We need a lot of help.
22.
22?
Got
3.
Total of 3.
Alright,
So
terrible.
with the +5 from Brom, you get. Actually, no. We'll go ahead and give you advantage from Brom's addition.
Yay! That's better. 15.
15. Well, anything that I can do to help, let me know. Basically, the village got attacked. A lot of our villagers lost about half the village in total, including my wife.
My condolences.
Most of them died during the first assault from the Green Dragon. While our treetop fortresses are great against raiding orcs, no offense, they're not so good at escaping dragon's breath.
Actually, I'm so sorry to hear that. What did the dragon have? Anyone assisting in the attack? Or
There were people running throughout the village that were wearing purple robes.
so cult of the dragon then?
I suppose. They ran through a bit and then suddenly left.
Was there anyone in red?
No, I think there was.
He's on his face. See that guy? You tell him. Kill him.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you can tell us about this green dragon? I mean, we've dispatched of other dragons before, but I don't believe we've ever encountered a green one. But I don't want to have you remember such a horrific night, but if there's any information...
I watched the green dragon swallow my wife whole. And he has a poisonous breath. Most of his kind.
Any idea where they may have gone or where their fortress or holdout may be?
Afraid not. Sorry.
I'll set a bag of 50 gold pieces. I'll just say to aid in the repairs of.
I'll match him. I'll be like, hey, count this for me.
Do you hand it to Ari specifically?
Yeah, I hand it to you. I'll be like, match whatever you put down.
It's
like 12, right? 12?
50.
Well,
One off.
I know this may not
Ari
be...
takes 50 for himself.
Sleight of hand check? No.
This may not mean much or be as helpful to you, but I hope it helps. So I'm going to pull from my bag a phoenix quill. What was her name?
Phoenix?
Holy crap. Her name was Adriana.
Okay. I'm going to say, I think it would be better to through your pen than mine. Here, please write her name on this sheet, and have a good day.
So he takes the quill and he writes the name on the sheet. And what exactly did I tell you happens in this case?
How'd you have a phoenix feather?
What?
This is
What does this magic pen do?
Where did you get this?
Is it as cool as these beans? It better be.
Yeah.
throws another
When
one.
did you get a phoenix
This
feather?
is a phoenix. This is one of the cursed items. It's a phoenix quill. If you write someone's name with it, within an hour they'll come back to life.
Are there rules around
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
One-time use.
That was from.
You might have given that to me and I would have killed the guy
that
then.
I know.
for when one of us
Was
died.
that from the Yonti cave?
No,
No.
this was from
Artemis's
when we were
emporium.
pilfering all his stuff in his
Well,
room.
hopefully one of us doesn't die today.
Or ever.
I'll be fine.
So he writes the name and the quill bursts into flames and he kind of just like looks at you a little bit.
Do they come back the same, or are they like Khal Drogo? Just like
Well, let's see. There's three options. There's Khal Drogo, there's Walking Dead, or there's Pet Cemetery. Like one of these things is gonna happen.
I only got 2 of those references.
Please,
Do you not watch Game of Thrones?
No, those are the ones I got.
Okay.
Pet Cemetery you didn't get?
that is
Nope.
my
It's sort
Come
of
back
like
with the
Walking
spirit
Dead,
of a
but it's-
Wendigo.
Yeah, it's just like
It's like,
Oh, you could have
evil.
said Wendigo, I would have 100% been there.
this is my homage to her, and please let us know if you have any trouble.
All right, thank you very much.
I kinda
Feel free
want- I
to
kinda want my
utilize the
gold
village.
back.
Kind of what?
I said I kind of want my gold back now.
Way to one up the
Hey,
debt. It's a $5 limit.
These guys,
50 gold limit,
these
man.
guys seem uppity, and so I'm figuring we need as many foots in the doors as we can borrow. For
I
these
just
kind of
ask.
We're just gonna like hang out for an hour and just like listen. There it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna get really bored hanging out there for an
She's
hour.
just gonna come walking in butt naked into the town.
If he knows of anyone in the
Oh my
village
gosh!
that we could maybe talk to, that
Oh, man.
might be able to tell
There
us
could be
more,
something super
or
evil that Corey
anywhere
could do.
that we could begin to kind of investigate. As
There
far as
could
where
be.
they-
I mean, the gardens. You can kind of ask around the villagers. And that would be fun.
Still in.
Thank you.
Hopefully that doesn't
I mean,
Don't do that.
let's be honest here, guys. It brings them back to life. It doesn't say how.
Yeah.
Hey,
what if it's just
they-
like
it's very
we're
bad,
sitting in
well,
the
be
dragon's
buried
stomach?
alive.
Where the hell am I?
I am banking on that dragon has pooped in the time that it has eaten her.
I'm sure she's mostly dissolved then.
She's just gonna be like,
It's like an owl that just like hacks up a pellet. Just a pellet of her bones and hair.
And then it gets up and just walks off and he's like,
So you want to start asking around, right? So let's go ahead and get everybody rolling in a just kind of a streetwise or an investigation check, whichever one you want.
can I do perception?
21.
If you want to like look around and see what you can see about what happened here.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, sure.
I rolled a 19.
19. So you definitely see signs of you see signs of like old tracks and footprints and everything that would indicate that there was a skirmish here, and you can see like elves don't leave footprints.
Would survival be
Probably
better?
survival.
It's the same role.
It's the same
but-
role, yeah. Like, but it's just flavor wise survival, yeah. And
Sing
you
the
actually see
depressions
that
in the
while they come in with a little bit of footprint, they leave heavier, but not as heavy as you would expect for people stealing treasure and like a whole bunch of loot. Almost like they didn't steal that much, which is very odd for the cults compared to what you've noticed and seen, specifically in Greenest. So, all right, what'd you get?
Like a 9 on investigate.
So what you hear is much of the same. A lot of the elves are specifically focused on the fact that they couldn't, their loved ones or the other people in the village couldn't get down fast enough. When the dragon's breath hit, they were all trying to climb down out of the second level, and a lot of them couldn't make it before the poison breath took them. What about Brahm?
15.
15, and this is an investigate specifically. So Brahm finds out that
I'll be like looking for gossip and just hearing the pulse of the people.
yeah, you find out that there's a few people that reference that there was a cultist riding on top of this dragon, which is very unusual as far as you've seen from the cult, because
I would probably prompt if I did hear that if they were wearing a mask.
they go, no, they just look like a normal person to
Okay.
me. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you see anyone wearing a mask that vaguely resembles a
What did you guys
dragon,
get for
raise
21?
raise alarm
I actually want to
immediately.
roll an insight check. I want to try to determine how many there were and what direction they headed off.
Okay. That would probably be another survival like Thornok.
Okay,
I would say.
it's the same.
So Akio actually hears a lot of the same stories about the rider, but the people that he talks to are like the older elves, and they're like, oh yeah, the rider had the grace of an elf. He did. And, you know, like all the ones that you were talking about were like vaguely just like he was a humanoid shape, but these ones specifically are mentioned.
Dude.
Yeah, he was a guy. You know.
Yeah, he had some hair. I don't know.
Wow.
Trying
So
not to
the
die.
elves are betraying
And
the
you
elves.
all get the same. So what was your
21.
So you do see that some of these older tracks kind of lead off to the southeast, away a little bit. You do see that there's a little bit more of a clear path that way. And you all kind of learned that.
Do I know how many and how long ago?
No, it's been.
That's part of my National Explorer. I can
Okay.
learn exact number, sizes, and how long.
Okay, so then there were about 20 of them.
Okay.
And it was about a day ago. Or actually, no, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, because it matches up with what I said. And you all kind of learned that the dragon, everybody talks about how the dragon seemed to retreat unexpectedly. And it takes you about, I'd say about an hour and a half to gather information. And you guys are just kind of meeting back up to share notes, and all of a sudden the door to the warden's office like bursts open, and he comes rushing out, and he kind of leans over the ledge and looks around, and he spots you, and he goes, "What did you do?" "Run!"
Oh, it's kidding. I don't know what.
and he'll start like running down, and all the other like elves are looking over, and then they all like
seem angry.
go ahead and roll me an insight check.
If he seems angry, I'm going to be casting. What's this called?
Friends.
No.
19.
Touch your leg. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine, man.
I don't get to very often.
I'm ginormous. You
19?
can make all the moves you want.
He looks shocked.
Shock.
And you guys are watching as
So
he
anyone
runs
that
down.
like is kind of like getting tensed up, I'm just like, I think it's all right.
I'm like that close to casting mislead and GTFO.
I kind of like you're doing your motions. I kind of like put my hands on your arm, just like.
Hey, chill out. I'm like, guys, I made a campfire and everything. We can't leave. Look how impressive it is. It's blue. Has anyone put it out? 'Cause
Mm-mm. Nobody's touching it.
I'm sure everyone.
An orc made it with magic. Nobody's touching it. So he's running down, and a lot of the elves are looking at him, and then all of a sudden, like a few of them gasp, and people start pointing, and it directs your attention back to the door, and you can see that there is an elven woman standing there, and she looks pale, but alive. And she kind of moves up, and she goes, "Galen, where are you going?" And he stops, and he turns, and he says, "Adriana, just stay in the house, please." And he runs the rest of the way down the steps, and he grabs Brahm, and he picks him up, and he goes, "What is she?"
When we got
I
that
pick
stuff,
him up so he knows that he's not going
So you're
anywhere.
holding both of them?
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold both of them up and be like, listen,
well,
you try to kill him.
that was a magic quill. It was something that as far as I understood, it was you were able to use it to resurrect somebody from the dead, and I was so moved.
Is she undead or is she alive?
As far as I know, she should be completely alive, 100%.
And he looks over at one of the other elves and he says,
Damn it, Jim! I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a bard.
get the apprentice healer, and they rush off. And
Except he is a doctor. So.
I thought this might bring you joy, and that it might be able to break bread.
And he kind of just like lets you go.
I'm
You
sorry.
drop. I can't catch you.
And he just kind of dangles there in THORNOK's arms, just like there.
Give him a sweet caress, like you're having a hard day, man.
And he's just
And
like
now he's
sitting there
covered in
shocked
sap.
for 2 minutes. Yeah, and then he says, my shirt's your shirt's kind of sappy. You can't
I
think.
peel him off
He's
of me,
stuck.
and I set him down.
like
and I
fly
make
paper.
sure that I have my thing. That I gotta. Let me just.
I mean, just.
All right.
All right. And then he just like stumbles back into the tree and sits down, and he goes, "I thought she was gone."
But I believe that your relationship with her was what ultimately would have, created that bond that she would want to return. Because as far as I know, it's all. If the spirit didn't want to return, she wouldn't have.
I have to apologize. I haven't been entirely truthful with you. The night of the attack, after I saw Adriana die, I couldn't stand to lose anyone else in the village. I made a deal with the man on the back of the dragon, the elf on the back of the dragon, and convinced him to leave our village alone.
Why they suddenly retreated unexpectedly.
Yes. And ever since then, I've been helping him plan his other raids on other villages.
I've tried.
That was a good call. That was a good call, dude.
Let's see.
That's awesome.
Nope, Ram doesn't go all back.
We're
Is he saying this loud
disappointed
enough
in
so that
you.
other villagers can hear?
I'm mad.
I mean, they're all elves. There are people that are kind of murmuring a bit,
Yeah.
and he just looks up and he goes, "I'm sorry, I did it for all of you." And they kind of, I don't know if I could make that same decision. And then everybody else, all the other elves, just kind of scatter.
They're like, we don't want
yeah,
to
So
we don't need to be.
I'm
for
gonna
this."
grip my dagger because this really pisses him off.
Yeah. And
Because Ram was like, I wasn't doing this to get more information out of you, but I'm conflicted, trying to figure out. I appreciate the honesty, but I'm also pretty pissed that he would do something.
I want to put a hand on
Yeah,
Brom's
but then you would
shoulder
have wasted the.
and just say, I think it best if we put you under house arrest and inform the prince of what has happened.
I agree.
I vote we kill him.
I say that
Come on.
you
Come on.
surely you need to make
Just
reparations for
get
this.
ready to put my hands on him.
I very much appreciate you coming out, and I show the rest of us. But what are you going to do to make this right?
I can give you everything that I know about the rider and dragon.
Yeah.
They always came from deeper in the forest, southeast. He was always cloak was always wet. I'm not sure where their base is, but I know that the closer that you get to a green dragon's lair, the more animals seem to watch you, and the darker things get.
We don't know if they wouldn't have been underwater, but maybe flew through a waterfall or something. But you don't know.
I don't know. I do know one other thing about it, which I want to kill the prince. The rider is his brother.
The prince's brother?
Yes.
And that's why
That's why
the king
Melindrak is
was-
being all weird. Is which is the oldest brother, the rider or the other prince?
The rider would be older brother,
so he's
Narenvane,
the promised king.
but he was pronounced dead years ago.
Any are you in vain? In not in vain?
Nero, N and then vain, like you're so vain.
You probably think the song
did you
is
write down
about
the-
you.
Probably
the
think
prince,
this campaign's
the
about
prince.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write
It's
it
not.
down. I have the guy's name, but I don't have the
Beer.
prince's name.
Oh, something. What did you say the other prince's name was? Sorry that we met. It was
Oligarthus.
Oligarthus.
Garth.
A-L-A-G Arthus.
Okay, well.
I want to insight check him.
Go ahead.
To see if it's like he's trying to
Double bluff?
double bluff him.
Is he alive? Like, or was he like an undead? I mean, you talked to him.
He seemed alive to me.
Do you know why he would have entered in league with the cult?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Dirty 20.
What color were his
31?
eyes?
His eyes?
I just want to see if you're paying attention.
Like he's a child that you're like trying to quiz.
Like, come on.
What did we
come on.
just say?
Give us some real detail, bro.
Normal silver.
Okay.
He looks very guilt-stricken. And you didn't notice it before, but it's kind of the mannerism that he's had this entire time. And it just feels like he is... like he's been overcome with this for a while, but seeing his wife brought back to life is like the breaking point. Like, I did all of this, I didn't want to lose anybody, and now she's back, and now I feel just crushing guilt over all the other losses outside of this village.
Rom gets a little choked up. Done well. Now
No,
make sure
I
that,
haven't.
make sure that you don't do any worse, or I will come for you.
I'll come for you.
He'll come for you, and I'll be on his back.
Say,
And I'm not giving this back so I get here easy.
Yeah, and I'll go through everyone.
Yeah.
I say we go then in search of the dragon and the cult. How can we ensure that you will stay here under arrest
Is it just
until we have a
lightning? I have
chance to
lightning
tell
behind you.
Prince Oligarthus?
What's this one?
So two elves that have kind of stuck around walk up, and you can see they're wearing a little bit of heavier armor, and they say, we could monitor him, put him under house arrest, and watch him until...
Who is your second in command?
Me, sir.
All right. You will be our point of contact. What is your name?
Make me come up with
Something
elven names
elvish.
here. Elric.
Elric.
Jim.
Jim. Yeah, I was gonna be like Garth.
Elric. Jim. Garth. Third.
Elric Jim Garth.
Elric Jim Garth. There you go. Jim Garth Greenleaf. Okay.
Spelled with Y's and
All right. Well,
Apostrophe
3
A's.
dots over the A's.
Please.
Some random L's.
treat
that
him
don't really
well.
have anything
Do
to
not,
with
you
it.
know, don't separate him from his loved ones, but keep watch on him.
Right. And they guide him back up to his house, and he goes inside, and the door closes.
actually, and I say, Elric,
I wink
could
at
you
the lady when she.
could you
when they close the
send
door.
could you send a runner?
Not in a creepy way.
Yeah.
In like a. There you go. Have fun.
I say, could you send a runner with everything that we've discovered, both about Galen, both about Galen and about the cult and the dragon's location. Let him know that we go in search of the dragon now to confront it.
Sure. I'll get the message out.
Thank you.
Cool.
Go, guys. Let's go. What time is it?
It's in the evening.
Oh, we
At
better
this
camp
point?
at the blue campfire.
Yeah,
Yep.
before we
I mean, we don't want to upset the
We're gonna be so excited.
We're gonna have a rave. All night.
Let's cook stuff on this.
You know, I'm trying to find all sorts of stuff to cook.
It's
I'm
like
like trying to be the best host orc ever.
fire from.
Welcome to my fire.
Welcome to my fire. My dad was
What if
my dad was human. My
if
mother
it's
was an
evening?
orc.
What if we sleep now, get up at like 3 a.m. and go after him and catch him by surprise?
Yeah, or we'll arrive at dawn. Or
Do
something.
dragons sleep?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. But
Hey.
I mean, it seems like that'd be.
I don't know.
Ranger
About
dude.
monstrosities.
Is that really the case that your mother was the orc?
Yeah, that's really the case. My mother is the orc, and my dad is a brave man
Oh, my God.
who is built.
Scott, it's blue fire. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's blue.
It's blue fire.
blue fire. Bad.
Did you not pay attention? I'm so excited. Also, can I look to see
Dark
if anyone
blue?
else... Yeah, like that. Can I look to see if anyone will sell me elven armor?
Like,
elven.
half orc-sized elven armor.
So yeah,
I wanna
there's
see-
like a market here. There's with like
I want to see if they'll do it.
and like the elf kind of looks you up and down, notices the badge on your chest, so we don't have to worry about that. And like I could do a custom order for you.
Do it.
Take about 4 days.
I just take a handful of gold out of my thing, and
And I'll be like,
I just like put it there.
I want to kind of hold it for a second and say, did you know that this magic orc here brought that woman back to life?
You brought Adriana back to life. Roll me a deception check.
Haven't been deceptive.
And I'm gonna be real quiet.
That's a 12 plus a 13. That's 25.
25. That's incredible. Like you're a hero.
Dude,
Obviously.
he did it. He didn't even do it for a reward, but he's too humble to say anything. So
I'm still holding a handful of gold. Just whole fist.
So how much do you believe this would be worth?
I mean, sorry, everything just played up for a moment.
Man,
Fire
sorry.
got real hot for a
Yes,
second.
I'll count it.
I just hold my hand out so you can take the gold.
What kind of armor?
It's not magical armor that you're looking for, is it?
No, I just want it to look cool.
You just want it to look cool.
I just
All
want
scroll work and leaves.
Yeah, I just want it to be real fancy for when we go to meetings, because I always feel like I'm under your vest.
Because you're literally just wearing a breastplate.
A breastplate and a loincloth.
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe
That's
you
a
get,
really
like, some
fancy
ass chaps or
loincloth.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to get some leg
Some really nice.
Ass chaps with the loincloth.
Yeah, like ass chaps, loincloth,
Done.
with like some like leg armor.
Don't worry at all about the cost. I'm happy to help you cover it. Thank you so
Literally
much.
and
I just
figuratively.
hand him some. I'm like, here's your kind, and whatever gold you're
That's
cutting
right,
doesn't
that's
matter.
right,
I just
that's good
grab
enough.
it and I just throw it down.
Roll me 3d6.
Oh, okay. 11, 12.
12? Lose 12 gold.
Thank you very much.
more.
Yeah. I mean, your half-orc hands are big, so you can double it if you feel like that's fair.
I'm probably gonna double it because I was expecting like
Mhm.
7 foot tall. I can get some gold in my hand if I need to.
By the way, feel free to do your work and research on the wrist blades tonight.
You said that there was a new way to do the
It's
research stuff,
the
right?
exact same way for you. It's just it instead of using like a specific skill, it's using a proficiency.
Which is proficiency bonus.
It's your proficiency bonus plus the ability check, which would be dexterity, which is the same as rolling sleight of hand.
money on
So sleight of hand is what, plus 9?
On the penthouse.
Like
Plus
3,000.
Plus 8. What's your dexterity bonus?
Dexterity bonus 4.
And what's your proficiency bonus?
I have
So,
3,000.
8 for the tools as well.
Why are you guys so
So it's the same.
rich?
Because we didn't buy
It's
the,
just
remember you bought the.
'Cause I don't buy
what was it, the magic item? I bought the cheaper
bracers.
magic item.
That's
like
why
the
I'm so
bracers of
nice to
defense.
people in the village.
Add another 13 to whoever's tracking.
And then 20,
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I also help track?
29 for the magic part.
Oh no, sorry, we're not tracking yet. This is the research.
Oh, sorry,
for
30,
Ari's
and
wrist
even
blades.
30.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
magic portion.
You want to help with that?
Okay, so
I'll try to help.
risk
I'm cool with
page
this.
is
Throw
12.
magic beans at it.
Let's see what this does.
Oh, I'm so close. I'm 190 out of 200.
Opens up a portal to 9
30
hells
on the
that suck
magical
in.
One
portion.
of them's
And
like a
187.
30-foot fountain of bead, near wine,
One more day.
or
One more
one
day.
more
day.
So the next morning, the campfire goes all night. By the way, obviously, full
Obviously.
24 hours.
I'm
Yeah,
magic.
It's THORNOK magic. The next morning, everybody wakes up, has a good breakfast that THORNOK prepares.
Well, we wanted to leave at like 3
Yeah,
a.m.
sorry.
to try and catch a drop
Since
on.
it was evening, we were
Right.
thinking, I mean, if it's, what is it, like 7 or 8 o'clock or whatever, get like 8 hours and leave at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we maybe arrive at
So
9.
you set your clock to 8 hours, and it
Yeah,
ticks
exactly.
down.
Just a
to
magic-
morning.
yeah, magic
it's in here
timer.
somewhere.
An early morning.
Gotta go more blue.
Cool daylight. There we go. Okay, cool daylight. Okay. So 3 o'clock in the morning, you guys head out. It is deep into the misty forest, so you guys it does take a good while to get there.
Yeah.
Along the way, you guys are kind of experiencing the sounds of the forest, everything, and then you all hear kind of off in the distance. You hear, "Help! Somebody, please help me!"
I
Last
make
time
a
we-
beeline for the voice.
Last time we heard-
Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Last time we helped somebody, they totally screwed us over.
Sorry,
If it's a girl, I'll follow. If it's a boy,
So these
I'm
three
just gonna
go
follow-
running off, and
I'm
you
gonna
two are like,
follow
meh.
her.
And I'll say
can't
that
keep up. Can you carry
Lunar
me?
is with you.
Just carry. I carry Brom.
I will
Anytime we run
hold
like
a
this,
fireball,
I just pick you up. And
everybody
as an
else just
action.
runs, and I'm just like.
and if they try and double cross us, fireball right in the face of this voice.
Okay.
I was gonna say I am gonna follow him, but it's definitely gonna be like cautiously with weapons drawn type of thing.
Alrighty. So you see them first, or you two, because you're way faster than Brum.
Well, no, I pick Brom up.
Okay, Brum. Yeah.
That's our rule is if we're running together, I always pick up Brom because he's so much smaller than me.
Perfect.
And he
And
holds
I
his
just
pose like
I just hold him out with my arm and just like
Yeah,
So,
you're
All three of you come up, and
Yeah, drop me right here.
you see an elven woman kind of laying in the on the ground, and there's like a tree that's been draped over her, or fallen, draped delicately over her legs, and she's like, "Please, I can't get out of here."
What are you doing out here this time of morning?
yeah.
I run right at it and like
It's
start
probably about 8 o'clock, by the way.
I'm gonna try to lift it.
trying to
Okay.
like
Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
yeah, and I'll pull her out if you can
Yeah.
lift her up.
28.
So you start like pushing it up. You're able to pull
Athletics.
her out. Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
28. You get the tree about halfway up, and then all of a sudden you feel it starting to right itself. And you just like take your hands away, and the tree like fully rights itself.
Magic tree!
And the lady smiles. I need you to roll me a perception check here.
I 100% think that THORNOK is
The
magic
DC
at
is going to be
this point.
17.
I know, right?
It's just like
6.
You can do it.
I don't notice anything.
So, what you do notice is you see exactly what you've been fearing, that this is another trap, and that triggers your
My fireball
fireball
that I was
spell.
holding.
So obviously you're not hitting these three.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that the tree and the lady are going to have to make a dexterity saving.
All right.
Can I try and shield her like with my body
Yeah, she can get
from
advantage
the
from that.
blast?
Do I see anything as well?
I'm
you can go ahead and
I'm
roll
still
your
thinking on
perception check.
magic with
All right,
my
they
tree.
need to make
I can fly.
dex of 16, but they get advantage because of Ari, I guess.
Well, the
girl.
girl will get advantage.
Hey, you can add 4 more to that blade thing, by the way, because I'm in my favorite terrain. So any ancient wisdom checks. No,
No,
sorry,
that doesn't count for
Dex.
that.
I only need 10 more anyway,
Darn.
so
That
unless
wouldn't
you
have- that
a
wouldn't
really
have counted
crappy
for
roll
that
next
anyway.
time.
Quick, pull out the blades.
So the tree is not going to make that.
23.
I rolled
Not a very good
19
fireball.
on perception.
You notice that there doesn't seem to be any evil intent. Like this tree is just standing up, so you're able to hold your action. You do see 2 other trees kind of like shifting that weren't there.
I kinda
These aren't
like-
treants, by the way. They don't like have faces. They just look like trees that are like moving.
I kind of go, as you like, boom, you know,
So
you let it
you
go.
kind of bumped my arm because I rolled pretty bad.
So
on my
what was
damage,
the
so maybe-
what was the total?
oh shit, what did I say? 23. Yeah.
23. We'll do minus 10 from you
So okay.
from you bumping. So that's
So 13
13
damage.
to the tree. The tree catches on fire.
Oh no.
And starts kind of like whipping about, and it turns towards you, and you can see it like bringing its roots and trying to like claw its way towards you slowly. And the druid actually makes her safe.
Good.
And I said druid because she is one, and she just takes.
I don't have a water spell.
And she says, "Friends of yours."
I say, sorry, they're a little jumpy. That was an accident.
Or you can do Dragon's Breath Frost.
Let's see. Do I have any sort of?
I say, we've been ambushed by people pretending to be in distress in the past.
And she goes, "Okay," and she
can
waves
do
her hand,
Dragon's Breath
and the
and
tree
Frost.
just like stops, and it just starts whipping its like flames out. And she comes over and she like
It stops, drops, and then
starts rolling. And she comes over and she like gust of wind blows the fire out.
I was afraid to do gust of wind because I thought I might make it worse.
So THORNOK this whole time doesn't realize that she's a druid, and he just thinks he's magic still. He's like,
Look what I did!
what power do I become?
These hands! They
Like,
made
I
a
just-
tree grow
I just
come
sit there,
to
I'm like-
life. You just
I'm doing
awakened
the same
tree.
thing, but like, whoops.
And she looks over at you and she goes, "Could you put your hands down, please, friend?"
Sorry.
I say, what happened? Why
I'm
were
sorry for the deception. Obviously, I did not realize your party would be so jumpy. I've
could've
been
died.
looking for heroes, and I found some, I guess.
She's a wood elf.
Yes.
How what's her comeliness? Remember when comeliness used to be a stat?
Waits for 10 seconds.
I mean, she's very wild. Like you can see, like there's a lot of roots in her hair and kind of all these like.
I pick one of them out.
Sure. She doesn't even notice. Like it's just kind of there's like some leaves in her hair and everything, and she's very dirty as far as.
I kind of have a thing for cute elf girls.
Okay.
Is there any?
So I say,
What about
your pants.
stinky?
hey, she's wood elf.
Yeah, but no baths.
And
I'm
keep
just
in mind, I grew up in Baldur's Gate.
Is there any semblance between
So-
her and the
Stinky
hag we
women.
met earlier before?
You're like the
No,
French.
every time there's a female elf, you're like, "Hey, girl, what's up?"
So I just say,
girl.
well,
How you
you found
doing?
some.
I've been looking for someone to help fight this dragon for a while. I'm assuming that's why you're here.
We're on its trail, yes.
Wonderful. I mean, I'm sorry that I had to test you, but how many would save their own lives or move on from somebody in distress? I had to make sure that you were the noble sort.
I say, well, some of us are more noble.
Anyway,
Punch him. Just like, I don't.
You don't discriminate against boys and girls when you punch.
and she pulls out flowers from your hair that you're pretty sure weren't there before. Like you gave her a good once over, and you're like, there weren't any flowers in her hair. But she pulls out 6 flowers, and she starts making garlands. And she hands one and kind of like drapes one over Thornok and drapes one over Ari.
We all
and-
stand there awkwardly
I'm getting
watching
so
her
many
while she
gifts
does it.
from-
Just gonna like.
And she does it fairly quickly. Like it's kind of like this magical weave of and
They just
Druidcraft.
Yeah, Druidcraft. And she hangs one over Brahm, hangs one over Lunera, over Akio. She kind of hesitates and she's like, "Don't burn it." No. And then hangs one over Tavish as well. And she says, "Keep these on you. This is my boon to you."
Say, thank you, fair lady, but what is your name? I say first.
There's got to be a random elf.
Damn it!
There
is a
There is
random-
one. I would say I can find ones for Star Trek. You should be able to find ones.
She just gives you like a soft smile, and then she says, "Farewell," and then turns into an owl. And
Actually, it would be
It's
more
Melandro!
I'm gonna call
and the
you
trees
little bard.
start like moving off into the
Druids
forest
have
after her, just kind of like weaving through other trees and everything.
It's true.
Still gonna stand there like,
Faratola? That's pretty weird.
did anyone else see that I'm in a tree come to life?
Like
Fair- fair
Faratola,
Damia.
Who's the dirty girl?
Faratola,
I missed all that.
flower.
I know what's going on.
You've got a garland on you now for some
Do we
reason.
know?
Garland?
What does the
I'm getting
garland
so many
do?
gifts.
Yes.
I'll bet it's something that gives us resistance to
If
poison.
someone, if someone had, detect magic, we could tell.
I have dispel magic. I could
Don't-
spend
don't
time.
use that.
I could spend time
I
taking it from my spell book and putting it.
I will
getting it on
cast.
my-
I will ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, he's
But
got
that just tells us if
should
it's
just say
magical,
everything
right?
but
It'll tell me what
Like,
school of
that's what
magic
it
and
should
if it's
say.
magical. It won't tell me what it does, but it'll tell me what school.
Yeah.
Can one of these guys do like an Arcana check on?
I'm
see
I'm doing
if
a
they can
detect magic
determine-
ritual just to see what school of magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will.
While he does that ritual, I want to do a different ritual. And I want to communicate with the wildlife.
All right.
I'm going to speak with animals.
Oh snap! You can talk with squirrels.
Yeah, so I want to speak with the animals.
You go over to a certain raccoon, and it's like,
I'm-
just me.
So I,
It's just hardcore raccoon.
so I think I'm mad at it. So I'm just
raccoon
going to sit
gets
down and be like, "Come to me, animals. Come." And then eventually it's going to work.
Yeah, like a squirrel comes up and it's like, "Yeah, can I help? You want nuts?
Hold on.
I got nuts. You want nuts?"
That's,
All right, and it skitters off.
Thornok's talking to himself again. I think he
Except
might
he's
have
over there.
another
He's
magic.
just like.
I want to ask him if there's any other dirty girls that we need to look for, any
Dirty girl. Different type of nut, but no.
No, just any traps. Is there anyone else in the forest?
Lots of
during
people in the
this,
forest.
going this way, going south. West.
And it points and the way it looks the way you're pointing, and then it looks back and it says, "That way is danger."
Okay. Big.
Big?
Big.
Yeah, big.
Do you have a color?
Color?
Yeah.
Color?
Do squirrels see in color? I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm gonna walk.
Girls maybe not see. They probably they see in color. They may not even know what color it is.
Anything smell weird?
Yeah. Smells very good.
Like what?
Smells like
Bad nuts.
yeah. It smells like we're on acorns.
Sun's getting real low, buddy.
We're gonna go there.
You
Stay
okay?
clear.
All right. And then it says, yeah. Also stay clear there. And he points in another direction.
So, do I know which direction it
And he
is?
says, great bad blackness. They do know black apparently as colors.
Value. Yeah, it's a value.
Dark
Doesn't know green, but knows
right?
black.
Dark is value. Yep.
Friggin' squirrels.
Great.
Thanks, little guy. And I like.
I kind of want to go over
Scratch his
there.
head a little
And
bit.
it like thumps a little bit, obviously. And then it skitters off.
And then I still like look at my hand. I'm like,
And you have 3 nuts now.
and I have 3 nuts. And I.
In addition,
You throw them.
No. Well, okay, I throw one of them because I want to see if they're magic.
They're not magic.
I put the other 2. I want to put it on the sap to bake for a little bit, and then later when I try to do it, I'm gonna try to bake them. I'm gonna eat them.
Alrighty. So you cast your detect magic spell. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
I do
This is an enchantment.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. But you have no idea what it does. Like, you know it's
So
an
it's
enchantment.
There's very strong enchantment on some of these.
I do any
Can I-
kind of
can I-
roll like tracking
Enchantment.
check? Sure. Make sure we're on the right direction.
What's
Can I
that guy's
help
name
with
from
that,
Dragon?
actually?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it as well.
The guy, the kid that
22.
was enchantment.
And again, I
And
know,
16.
I know
Yeah.
number, sizes, and how long ago they passed.
16 and
22.
22. You get the feeling that they're the same, like 20 people were passing through this area.
Okay.
And
Looks
that
like-
was over 2 weeks ago.
It looks like we're on the right path. This is the same tracking as what was in the village. We keep heading this direction.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Should
I
we-
guess
Run into them.
hopefully we benefit from.
Should we begin to stealth more stealthily?
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to.
I'm magic.
Let
now.
me run. In fact, I wanna go invisible, and I say I'll take point, and I'll just scout. About 50 feet ahead.
This is the first time that you've used your ring.
No. So yeah, I'll just go kind of stealthily about 50 feet ahead of the rest of the group.
And I don't know if she's gone away.
Did I turn her?
THORNOK! You did it again! Wow! Every magic, like everything that's magic now that THORNOK can't explain is just like, I did that.
Like these hands. I don't know what to do
Like,
with these hands.
it's that comic where somebody, like,
checking the
Akio
beats,
does
make
something
sure,
and you're like,
where
you
I'm
did this?
Yeah, so
I did this.
How much
Just
magic
totally
have you
works.
encountered up to this point? Is this really such a big job? I mean, the
now
world,
he's
just the
doing something
world
with the
is
bean.
magic.
I'm doing it because there's
Like
things
half,
that's
half
happening
of the
around me that I
people we've
cannot
encountered
explain.
have been magic users.
You're magic.
Correlation,
I didn't know
causation.
The girl with all the dirt on her was magic.
So,
I thought I brought a tree back to life.
you guys continue on through the forest. Things get darker as you guys enter deeper into it, and the forest gets a lot stranger, is I guess the word for it. And soon enough, you've entered into an area that is very much. It's very much. I guess the best word for it, make up a word here, is web locked. There's a lot of like these strings of webbing, damp
We're all
webbing that
ninjas
is-
now.
that is just kind of starting to cover everything. And
I've seen this movie.
I'd like to push
Fortunately, I
as
have
I'm
Sting.
walking.
Yeah.
I want to use my mage hand to be keeping them from touching my face. 'Cause
Is it getting
I have a thing for
dark and hard to
spiders. It's
see?
not
it
healthy.
You
is
don't like
not
spiders.
not too dark, but it is getting like
Don't touch
the
my
canopy is
face.
getting
You want me to hold your?
It'd be worth it to activate
You like hold me, I was like, oh my.
the lights.
That's
Send a video
completely
over
up
if
to you.
there's
Like,
a
it
guy-
I'm
would,
just
it
wondering,
would
like,
illuminate the area.
Maybe you don't want to
He's
draw
like one of the
attention.
Try guys, but he's
Well, and that's what
trained,
I'm asking, like, how
I'll say
dark
he's
is it?
freaking hilarious.
Darker, but not that dark.
So Ari, you're wandering ahead of the party, and you stop because you start hearing kind of this chittering.
Okay. I'm trying to go stealthy.
Yeah.
By the way, that's why I'm invisible.
Yeah,
Just-
and you can roll a stealth check with advantage.
That's a 31.
Everyone? Yeah, definitely.
You might as well be on a different planet.
Yep.
I have no idea where you are.
So you start hearing this chittering sound, and you just start seeing like slight movements as something is moving through the webbing.
But I can't tell.
You can't tell what.
Something moving through the webbing.
But you could tell us
Probably
with your
assume.
earring.
Yeah, so I kind of I
Metagame,
message
sorry.
through my earring back to the group and just say like, hold up, something's moving in the webbing here. I'm trying to figure out what it is. And so I want to kind of get closer to
I feel like,
like
I've
the
read this in
movement.
Hobbit.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear.
So you get kind of close to this kind of thicker webbing where you saw this movement from, and all of a sudden you see this pair of black eyes just suddenly like appear right in front of you, and it startles you. Obviously, like you're not like completely exposed or anything; it can't see you, and this thing just pulls itself through the webbing and kind of like opens up a little bit, but you can see as it's passing through, it's like redoing the webbing. It doesn't look to be a spider. This thing has it's standing on hind legs, and it's got a pair of 2 claws on its hand, and it's got this kind of chittering mouth a little bit, and it's kind of clicking every now and then as it's talking. Can it speak? Can it speak? No, it doesn't have any languages other than usual chittering speak.
Spider speak.
And it's kind of just like a very vague purple color, kind of deep purples with like blacks in it and everything. And it is just kind of looking towards the rest of your party.
Okay. Can I like insight check at all to maybe see if I can tell like its alignment or its intention, purpose?
You can roll me a nature check to see what you know about it.
Thanks, City Wood Elf. 11.
11. You're not quite sure what this is. You've never seen anything like it.
Can I see any others? Like
you are seeing you're hearing small responses now that you're listening to the chittering. You're hearing small responses from other directions.
How far ahead is she?
I said 50
at this point,
feet.
about 50 feet is because you guys stopped immediately when she kind of.
Okay, so can I maybe like, let's see here. If I'm like, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So can I say?
Yeah.
Like
You're
this?
right there, and then let me grab the. Here.
So I want to like kind of peer into the darkness, because I have pretty good dark vision up to 60 feet, and I want to see if I can see Ari and.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a
I'm
perception
invisible.
check. Well, see through Ari
Yeah,
to what's going on.
I watch your footfalls squish the grass.
Are you moving, or are you just staying there?
I was holding still. I was gonna like attack it, basically.
So this is the creature that you see.
Okay. I send a message.
25.
25? Yeah, you're definitely seeing this thing.
Okay.
And I know what it is.
You do know what it is.
I was gonna say.
What is it?
It isn't. So I actually kind of hold up the party and looks like there's Eder.
I say.
Eder cap.
Are you sending this through the earring or?
Yeah, I'll send it through the earring
Okay.
so that
Because
I'm not sure where you
are. The earrings mental?
They're mental. It's only the people.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Yeah.
one. I made one
Yeah.
for everybody. Yep.
I say there's one right in front of me. Should I attack it?
What do I know? What do I know about them? Do I know their alignment? Are they generally evil?
So they're monstrosities.
Uh-huh.
They generally are evil creatures.
Okay.
I would say that you know that they, much like spiders, the spiders that they're kind of fused with, they can make webs and they can sense anything on their webbing. But you know them as sort of spider herders, like shepherds for spiders.
Okay.
So I do say, don't touch the webbing. They can.
You mean this?
Ari's the Ettercap just like snaps its head in a specific direction and starts chittering.
And I send a message and I say, I'm attacking. Come now, and I attack.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative here.
So you said I get advantage.
I was like, which one of us is
No,
going
it's
to
great to
ruin
have you
the
here. So anything
surprise?
like
You can actually see the board. Oh, let's move the the beef jerky
Beef
out of the
jerky.
way because it just knocked a bunch of stuff
sorry.
around on the board.
I got.
Don't tell me yet.
I rolled
real
solid initiative.
You said if it was in my journal, I get advantage on.
You get advantage on
+6.
Yeah,
on his like.
Oh, I'm gonna
nature
use my
rolls
inspiration.
Can I
Inspiration
also
gives me advantage on
use my
something,
hunter
right?
sense as a
Yeah.
bonus?
Yeah, you get to use it for your attack
Yeah.
or your
Yeah, I'll take
inspiration,
that.
or whatever you want to use it for. Just not damage.
I know more about him.
I'm gonna use my inspiration from yesterday, or not yesterday, last session, and see if I can do better.
Okay.
No.
Natural one. So
I'll
I'll take the other one.
At least you got that one out of the way, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
I'm just sad I wasted inspiration for it. Oh well.
When you were giving us the dissertation of the peoples, the
Of the
Ettercaps, did you say that they usually move in groups or by the
So,
solitary creatures?
I would have said something like, stay away from the webbings because I can sense you through them, and they generally hurt spiders.
like large spiders.
They are part spiders.
They heard them. So they.
This is gonna change the
Like a shepherd.
So like they're anthropomorphic spiders.
That
Who
like
have
hurt
pet
other
spiders.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like
They're
a
literally
Goofy
these dudes right here.
Pluto situation.
It is,
And
yeah.
It's real dark.
No. Goofy's a cow. They've said, so it makes more sense.
Goofy
He's not
is
a dog.
100% not a cow.
They said he's a cow.
Do not care what they say. He has no horns. It doesn't.
Disney doesn't know what they're talking about.
They're retconning, okay?
Guys, I just got an email from Disney of a cease and desist order.
Can't say this. Can't say the name.
I didn't get the email. I'll
Goofy-
say what I want.
Goofy defamation.
Need, Corey.
I need
You ever gonna get sued for slander?
Slander of Goofy.
technically.
Or is it libel if it's spoken? Whatever one for spoken.
Allegedly, he is a cow.
Oh, you know what this.
Remember to close the door when you're done.
Yes.
El Pico Baño. I'm not the first to fall to the bathroom this
How many
time.
do you need?
Usually I drink.
All of
You want
Just
them?
gonna stretch
You want
for a
them all
minute.
marked?
Right.
No, we should be
I'm
okay.
usually the first one after I guzzle both these. Have to run to the bathroom.
I have like an hour drive after this that I gotta do.
Better take the bathroom first then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be fine. I'm good. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Oh man.
So
All right, Thornok.
Well, you just let us
I
know.
rolled a
whenever
21
you're-
for initiative.
21.
Ari rolled 17 plus 6, so 23.
23.
24.
Man, we killed it on initiative.
Yes,
If I was like 21, I'm gonna be like right at the top.
But now when I actually attack,
15.
I'm gonna roll ones.
15.
So I would
It's fine. When I'm here, I'm gonna be your good luck.
need to. Hey.
That's funny because all of my guys rolled really well too.
Hey, Shep.
Wow.
We're all just.
We just really want to fight.
I'm stoked that there's combat. I'm not looking over the camera.
And you can actually see. I know, like I always try and look over.
Yeah,
here.
the view's kind of like skewed because you see it this way. So if someone's right
Yeah.
here, you like totally lose them.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah, we need a total like overhead.
We need to. Yeah, we need to.
we
need like one of those remote control we
really
can zoom
good
in.
cameras. It would help
Right.
because there are times where I'm like, I don't.
I
The
can't
only
see
reason
it.
I know it's me.
That's
is
why
because
I'm kinda
of
like-
pink mohawk.
I kind of try and
That's it.
point, but yeah, it's.
Yeah.
They don't,
But even pointing
it's like
helps,
nobody.
Oh no.
But
I
even
can't hardly see what's
pointing,
going on in there.
even
like a
pointing has a
spider
what 10-second delay
what?
or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
it does go like.
Oh,
Diet peppers.
or cherry Coke Zero.
Don't drink caffeine
At all. Okay.
at all.
No.
Are you
So-
sure he didn't have Sprite?
No, we don't have any Sprite.
Totally okay. I'll have water. I'm good.
All right. Do you want more water?
No, I'm good. I still got a little bit
Okay.
in here.
I have enough to mark all the spiders, by the way.
Go ahead.
So
Okay, perfect.
Should I turn into a spider?
Although if I was gonna break my no caffeine rule,
Oh no,
cherry
because
Coke
we might
Zero
kill you.
And then
right up
confuse
there for me.
everybody.
Look out, Sprite!
do it. You're gonna need it for your drive home, right?
Or
If
before
I
you
drink
turn, I
caffeine,
could
I'd
like
be
do
up
like
all
a
night.
root, like
I
do
may
a
have it, like,
magical
4 or
like
5
symbol
years,
on
like,
it or
ago.
something.
So you can see what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I drink
Draw a
5
smiley
hour
face on
energy
my
and like
forehead.
2 days from now probably.
Just
still
add
good.
like 10 more eyes. We're like the one with tons of
Yeah.
eyes. That's a pro.
Make me fluorescent purple.
Okay, excuse me. Minor
Yep, get
illusion
down.
on you. Is that a concentrate? I don't think it is. I can just cast it.
You just have to be within range.
Yeah, so I could.
Good.
I could do
How
that
about
too.
Good, busy.
Yeah, I hear you've been going
Bad
through a
seeming,
bunch of,
which
fun
is why I'm
stuff.
getting the next level. I
just-
can turn us all
I
into
just
spiders.
upgraded my my
Nice.
project. Rails 3 to Rails 4.
Ooh, so you broke everything?
We did not not break as much as I thought we were going to.
Nice.
But
When
so
we went from 4 to 5, a lot of stuff got broken.
the guy that I replaced was basically like, yeah, we're never getting off Rails 3. Like, we'll have to
Oh man.
now we're on Rails 4, so it's like barrel. Yeah.
Suck.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Going to Calgary Tuesday.
Nice.
Right.
For a conference or just?
Business. Mothership. So
So how long until they automate all your trucking stuff? Because don't you work for that trucking?
No, you're thinking my old company. I left that
Oh, did you?
about a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's been that long?
All right. I'm gonna give you the first strike.
Right.
You get the surprise round.
Okay. Do you want our initiative or?
I already
gave it.
Oh, 23?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mark that cap, please.
Can we just blank?
Okay.
Okay, so.
You first?
Yeah, well, I got a surprise round.
Oh, yeah.
So, auto crit
They're just
anything
to,
that I hit. So,
Differentiate between
Uh,
the old ones.
I appreciate that.
that would be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Okay.
Solid start.
All right, let's see.
Yes,
here.
go. What the?
Okay. Remind me, am I rolling and then doubling, or am I double rolling?
You're double rolling.
Okay. So,
I
first
realize why you do so much damage on your crits, by the way. Because I was looking through your sheet and I was like, one up, you get extra damage on crits. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. When we fought those constructs and I critted, I wrecked those guys
you were
because
just
of
like,
that. So I'm like, oh, plus 8,
Yeah.
but doubled, and then on top of my doubled. Yeah. That was a good round for me.
Okay. So first attack is 37 damage.
37.
And I used my sneak attack damage.
Uh-huh.
So 37.
Okay.
Let's see. Next attack is nice. Oh. Ooh. Make sure I hit first. 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. So that attack is going to be it's 19. No, sorry, 25.
25? Okay, so the first strike, the Ettercap goes reeling forward, and then you just kind of like reach for it and crack its neck.
Nice.
And it slumps to the ground. Okay. And you just hear all of this like high-pitched chittering happening as you like finish it off.
Okay.
And you suddenly appear in the middle of the forest. So now we're going to go ahead with the proper round. Rom, you're actually first.
actually get
All right.
like
A
surprise attack.
When from where I'm
It's
at,
because you're 60 feet ahead
Be
of
an assassin. Yes.
I do have dark vision.
Okay.
What do I see any other figures?
Roll me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, there are more spiders. There's giant spiders in the canopy now that you're looking for them, and they are like starting to come on down on web threads. They're probably about, I'd say about 30 feet off the ground by this point. And some of them are coming down trunks, some of them are coming down through the webbing, and you actually see more ettercaps appearing from within the woods.
Okay. I am going to first tell everybody, like, I think we've got company. I'm going to... Let's see which one. 4. He's going to go polymorph into a giant spider.
One of you. I'm one of you.
Get the badge.
Look at the badge! Look at the badge!
Look at the
Oh
spider.
wait, this doesn't work on spiders.
The reason being, so I'm going to... I want to do polymorph to that. And I want to try and use my... in addition to that, just the tremor sense to try and see if I can get a beat on the closest one to me.
Okay.
And I want to try and talk to it in spider talk.
You get the language of whatever you polymorph into?
It is
I don't believe so.
So you're gonna
Target
hey man,
assumes-
he's big.
a willing creature avoid the effect. Transformation lasts for the duration. Target's game statistic, mental ability scores are replaced by the statistic chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. Target assumes hit points. In nature of its new form, it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action.
So you won't be able to speak to them.
So they don't have a speech. Alright, well, then in that case, I'll find the next closest. I'm gonna act like I'm going towards Ari.
Okay.
And I don't know. Yeah, I'll just be crawling towards Ari,
Looking
and
very
then
menacing.
if something crosses
replace Braum with the giant spider here.
if something crosses my
Maybe the
path
blank one.
that is hostile, I'll hold my action
left.
to attack.
I don't know who because I can't tell.
Yeah.
And then just move them up. How far can you go?
30 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet.
I'll be walking
Like
towards
here?
Yeah, I'll go right there, and then I'm gonna hold my action, my attack action, for if anything hostile comes in the vicinity of me.
Okay.
I'll attack it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Just to see how bad.
Natural 20.
Hey, yep.
28.
So you fully see Braum change into a giant spider, so
Okay.
you know who that is.
It's got gold
spider is.
filigree and
Yeah.
all kinds of fancy.
Your
You have
your
gold
loot
leafing.
is still on your
Yeah.
back,
Yeah, my loot's not.
but in this case, it's
No,
wrapped
it's
up.
No,
it's
my
in your
dagger's
two
doing
the front mandibles, and it's playing.
Playing the what is the
Smoking
Viking
outbreak.
song?
all it's doing actually is it's doing that weird like when you
Immigrant song.
when you hold down and you like make the what is it called, a warble, or
Where it's just
Like
like,
the vibrato?
where it's like like it's a weird kind of like
Yeah.
screeching almost because it's spiders. The next
artificial harmonic.
up is Ari.
Okay. Can I see any?
So you
Enemies
see them.
within
You see them all coming down. Like there's a bunch of spiders 30 feet from you
Okay. In the air.
in the air. Yep.
There's no other. What were those things
You
called?
can't see ether caps
Ether caps.
nearby. No.
So they're 30 feet away, like
Mhm.
here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I try an acrobatics check to like skitter up a tree and like attack one, or?
Yeah. So I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw first.
Okay.
Because you are trying to climb up to climb up trees that are basically covered in webbing.
Sure.
And I'll say that right now, all of this entire area is covered in difficult terrain.
Okay.
By the way, everybody.
So our movement's half?
Yeah, movement basically requires 10 feet of movement to move one square instead of.
Does this count as
5.
forest?
Oh, but that
it
didn't count
is-
because he was a spider.
Yeah, because spiders can walk on
yeah,
webs.
yeah.
Makes sense.
But
Still
it is
forest,
still a
right?
forest. Yep. You're not hindered by any difficult terrain.
No one in my party is.
Oh,
I don't.
really?
I don't believe so.
So
That
my.
would be mucho bueno.
Well, okay.
How
So
dare you?
so hold on. So if this is difficult terrain, my movement's only 50. So that'd be half to 25. So I couldn't reach him anyway, right?
Well, it says while traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your groups.
Your groups travel.
I'll go ahead and count that and say that's for combat too. Yeah. In this
Okay.
case, you guys have been traveling enough with Tavish in this area to know that like where to step and everything.
He's like,
So-
don't.
Now-
That's a route. Don't trip over that.
So
Don't.
I know
don't.
that you'll still have to make a dexterity saving throw or a dexterity check to make sure that you don't get caught up in the webbing as you're climbing.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be.
15.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to kind of hop from branch to branch and get up to one of the spiders.
Okay.
And it lands like on this branch that it sees you coming down, and it raises up its mandibles at you.
Okay. Then I attack it.
Okay.
And let's see. I get advantage because it hasn't made combat yet.
Correct.
Right. All right. First attack is 15 or a 24 actually. 24.
24 will hit.
Okay, so this is doing. Let's see. My sneak attack. Sneak attack only counts if a friend is within 5 feet
Or you have
it's
advantage.
that's right. Or I have advantage. Okay, cool. So then I do holy 2 1s
That's the Ari we know.
and yeah.
One solid round.
So-
One rest of the thing.
8 plus 6, 14 is my
Okay.
first
Who are you
attack.
attacking?
14. A
She's
spider.
kind of up halfway up the tree attacking one of these spiders that's coming back.
Like, okay.
So like
This
maybe
tree?
up this tree or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of
Or the one closer.
floating there.
Want to balance the spider on top?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, do it on the thicker tree. Don't worry about marking it, Scott.
So what did I say? 14.
Yep.
Total. All right. No, wait. Next attack is an 18 or a 21.
21 will hit.
Okay, so that's better. 11 plus 6 is 17 damage.
17 is enough to kill it. So again, your first strike kind of takes it off balance and it rears back, and you just kind of push your fist through the. Just leave it on there though. We'll have more spiders.
Okay.
There's not. This isn't the last of the spiders.
Side note, when you guys started putting colors under these, that made my life so much easier on the camera. That was so nice because I was like, oh.
So is
green.
there another spider within 30 feet of my current position?
No.
Okay.
Nope. That'll be your turn, or that'll be your attacks. Basically, you won't be able to reach it.
I don't wanna
Especially
my
with the
unarmed.
climbing and everything that you did, because climbing is automatically half speed. Or well, we hand waved it.
I think my next level I can move up vertical surfaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or one of soon. Anyway,
Okay,
soon.
so the next thing that happens is basically this entire time the spiders have been coming down, so I'm going to put them on the map now that we've kind of gone through the first few rounds. So that one is dead, but one will land here. And
can you give me a floaty thing to indicate that I'm like up?
Yeah.
One of those flying guys.
You don't have to
yeah.
I'm just so excited that I got to do my
because
sneak.
it'll pop the legs off.
I'm really excited for you too, because that
Because you
other game,
remember.
yeah, that
how
other
awesome
game where I
it
played
was.
played an assassin, I'm just still ahead of you guys. Hey, I killed that guy already
That's awesome.
because we were level 12.
Hey, are you okay? What?
No, I'm sorry. What was that? I murdered this guy with my spider boots that let me stealth up walls.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
Better cat emerges here. One comes here, actually. And we'll put another one, well, right there.
Of course.
Yep. Around it, and then one more Ettercap is going to appear as well. Just so that we can stop hand waving. Oh, look at that, more spiders.
Okay, I want to take, since I didn't use any bonus actions.
Okay.
I want to spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn. So
Alright.
I'm now dodging for this round,
Sounds good.
All them spiders.
which gives me
gives you
Plus 2 to AC.
advantage. Plus 2 to AC.
Yep, I believe it gives you plus 2 to AC.
I thought it gave me
Okay.
I thought it made my attackers have disadvantage on attack or something like that. I don't know.
Again,
My player's handbook now.
Behind you.
Dodge
Lean up.
action.
It's up.
Dodge. When you take the dodge
More
action,
spiders.
you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage.
There you go.
okay.
Need to press some more of those, like the trapdoor ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one to go is actually this Ettercap back here. He is going to.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Reach forward, and of course he goes for the closest one, which just happens to be the barbarian.
Bad move.
The pinkest one.
Oh, but he's not raging yet.
It's the only time I take damage.
Ettercap touches
And
you, and
it's
you
going to be. It's going to try a bite attack against you, which is only a 6 to hit,
Nope.
and then a claw attack, which is an 18 to hit.
That one does hit.
that new armor.
No, I haven't gotten it. It's 4 days from now,
Oh.
and it's ornamental.
It's like
it's
just
my
for
meeting.
style.
It's my meeting armor.
Yeah, that's your
Or if I'm
meeting
trying to
armor.
pick up girls at a tavern or something, I'm gonna throw it on, wingman it up.
9 slashing damage as its claws just kind of rake across your back.
Full 9 slashing
A
damage.
full 9.
That's not the most
Like-
damage you've taken.
It's like the first time I've taken full damage in a while.
Since that troll.
Since that.
Oh,
troll.
since the
Oh, that
former
troll wrecked me.
Dude, that
Oh
guy
man, level 6.
Did we end up killing that? Or did
We
I-
killed him.
Okay.
You killed him with a fireball,
Yeah.
but he got me.
Because I was gonna say that'd be a
Almost
good
took you
grudge
out.
match. Just come
That
back
was
and
that
find
was
him.
like
Waste him.
I had like 6 hit points after that. So he's like, yeah, he's gonna hit you 4 times. I'm like, okay. Each of them is 12 damage. I'm like, right on.
And we were like
Right on.
level 8s or something.
You're like level 6. We were small. We're
So I'm just
squishy.
going to mark down colors here. You said you were up in the tree.
That's right. 30 feet up or what?
Spider am I missing? You got 6 spiders
One that
there?
I killed.
I'm the black one without a bottom.
Blue, purple, green, white, gray.
White.
Quite.
Are you counting brown? Spider?
Suddenly the DM takes control of my spider. Wait, hold on.
Oh, that's why.
That
Divine
would be
intervention.
awesome if
Already
I
killed one of them.
Divine
That's why,
intervention.
that's why I have a weird number here.
That's right. It'd be awesome if the Eder caps could like control you.
I know, right?
Oh,
frick.
The orange
Should've gone
spider.
T-Rex.
Let's see if it recognizes. Does not go for Brahm, and instead we'll go for Akio. We'll skitter forward.
And his cat.
Does it walk past me?
Actually, what it's going to do instead of skittering forward, it's going to stay right there, and it is going to
Launch a
fire
attack.
off a web.
Oh, crap, it's gonna grapple me! Get over here!
It's actually only an 8 to hit.
That missed.
So the webbing, like it shoots, it kind of rears back and it shoots out a string of webbing, and it just you kind of duck down and it flies over your head. THORNOK, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I ducked.
Do I see what's coming for me?
Yes.
Danger sense.
16, 18.
Yeah. So THORNOK manages to dodge it as well. And then it is your turn.
Cool. I would like to rage,
Alrighty.
and I'm going to attack orange
Endercat.
mushroom head.
Spider-Man.
Behind me.
Spider-Man. Might have named him.
The 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Cool. 21 damage.
21. Okay.
We need some battle music.
Yeah, I'm in charge of lights. He's in charge of music.
And then I'm gonna
Corey's in
attack-
I was just being the. I was being
Corey's in
the
charge of
asshole.
narration.
Yeah.
That wait,
I'm the reminder
20.
guy.
confirmed.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Natural 20.
Confirmed to natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So roll 2 dice.
Yes.
Do, 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 do,
And then
So
you get to add your bonus, whatever, for hitting the barbarian. You get like a
The other MacBook that I have playlists on.
That's definitely a.
My son dropped it.
Oh, I have some Spotify playlists that are royalty free that people made for like
No, so I don't
fantasy
have that
stuff,
yet.
fights
Those were-
and stuff.
those
for sure.
I'll send them
Because
over
they-
to you.
These are just
Do you
the ones
know
I have in
what
my
they're called
Dropbox
off the
that
top
I
of my head? I
bought.
can just search it. I can play it on.
Because the other laptop that I was using with the playlists on them, that they're all. My son dropped it and broke the speakers. So now it sounds like.
Let me look. Hold on.
Worst case
Reckless
scenario, I can send you
attack.
the link to these.
Which you never
Folders,
use,
right?
but you never need to.
Yeah. I always forget it's there.
Beginning at the 9th level, you can roll 1 additional weapon damage die when determining the extra damage for a critical hit with a melee attack.
I am not a 9th level barbarian.
What have you been?
Subclass.
You went. Oh, you went 2 in fighter.
Search for
the
the
artist.
artist.
Alrighty.
User.
Consider me
Playlister.
like
VR.
defeated, sir.
So
Well done.
so it's
So that was 21. And then you can roll your. Or no, wait.
right,
This is
so
your second.
This is my second
If you wanna
attack.
click
So
on
which is
seal,
11 plus 7. So 11.
It's in there somewhere. 7, 19,
So 20.
19, 20.
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is less than mine.
Less than the non-crit.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 12 on my damage
Just
last
a
time.
billion.
So you smash down once with the axe. Again, it's kind of not. It's just like this crunching
It's
sound.
blunt.
As it blunted. It feels so weird when it happens, but it still
I keep
does
expecting
damage.
for limbs to fly off.
Yeah.
And it's not. So it just drives me into the rage farther.
Yeah. And this thing looks very battered. Like one of its eyes is completely swollen shut, and it's definitely chittering a little bit more in panic now than in fury, but
Right.
it still stands.
This is the source of your power. You lost physical prowess and gained magical.
These hands.
The blue Eder cap goes
I
next.
just had a couple like
Sorry, I wasn't paying
Yeah, I
attention.
attacked it twice.
haunting.
The blue is going to move up 2 squares, Scott. If you wouldn't mind just moving the blue ettercap towards you 2 squares. Oop, yep, perfect. Yeah. And then he's going to try and web Tavish. And he crits. There's no damage, but you are restrained by the webbing. You can make a check or try and escape, or you can try and other people can have.
Does that mean I can't move at all, or
restrained means you
can't
move.
like
Kinky.
use a movement action?
Restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from the bonus of its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and then you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throw. So you're basically just covered in webbing. Then, hey, Tavish, it's your turn.
So you can't really move, but you can attack.
You can't move. Your attacks are at disadvantage, and attacks made against you are at advantage.
Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to use Hunter Sense
And across
Okay.
the
to
liquids.
try and figure out if they have any
Without
kind of
falling.
weaknesses or resistances or anything like that.
Well, you can fly, so it doesn't matter.
I need to know if it has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
But still, I
What
gotta
they-
be dash
yeah.
on
It
incredible.
does not actually have any sort of.
None of that stuff. So
Nope,
it's
none
not
of that stuff.
I'll use my boots.
I'll let you know that it has
Otherwise
dark vision
Okay.
and web sense.
Okay.
Yep. Basically, while it's on a web, it can sense whatever is also making contact with the same web network. I guess web is the proper word. Web is a network.
And then you said I have to make a check again?
So you have to make, as an action, you can make a DC 11 strength check to escape. Or you can try and attack the webbing with a weapon.
I do have a short sword. I am going to attempt to cut the webbing.
Okay.
We've got a
Second, I was like-
suspenseful playlist.
With my action.
I think that's what
So you're going to make attack at
Demons are zero
disadvantage.
for you, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're good then.
Okay.
Not fantasy, yes.
12 or a 20.
So,
12.
Okay.
Plus 8.
So-
So 20.
You hit the webbing.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage.
1d6 plus 4. 5 damage.
That's exactly what you need.
Okay.
Yep. So you're able to
that
kind of
first
cut
attack
yourself out.
that I made
And I am going to
Okay.
back up. I'm
using
going
my-
to kind of like
using
backtrack.
my,
So just so you know, you do have another attack.
my,
Oh, that's right. You have 2 attacks,
8d6.
but you can't switch
6.
weapons because that's a bonus action to kind of shift
And then
weapons.
my second attack.
I'm giving you the short sword just because you didn't have a
46.
weapon out to begin with.
That's awesome.
That was fun.
But you could always run up and attack.
I'm actually going to swing around THORNOK here and attack this
Okay.
one then.
Alrighty. Forgot there was an Endercat nearby.
Good call. Focus fire, people. Focus fire.
Endercap
20.
will remember this.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Yeah, it's really
For 6 damage.
So THORNOK, you plunge into this thing a bit, and then all of a sudden Tavish comes around the corner and just stabs right up through its head and pulls the sword out.
Nice.
That's why you need to cut.
Technically, Kukri.
Oh, that's right.
Yep,
It was.
you
yeah, it was a
stab
cookie.
your Kukri in. Yep. So that is
toast?
orange Endercap down. Yep.
Yeah. Let's put him over here for.
Smash Ethercap's head between the legs like Sparrow's egg.
Gross, Zangief. Nobody wants to see that.
The spider on the ground, the blue spider,
Yes.
is actually going to climb back up the tree, and it's going to attack Ari.
I'll just right there, but
Yeah.
we're saying it's on me.
Maybe it should. Yeah, whatever. I already committed to the action. We're gonna do that. Going to be a 15 to hit.
Yes.
So it comes up and it tries to bite at you, and you kind of just like
Pretty sure it's
pick up your leg and spin around, dancing leaf style.
Nice. You do one of
yeah.
those kind of food moves where you
Are
like
you
half
saying
float as you jump.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say
Like
if they
I'm
ever
on
combine
wires.
The green spider is going to try and
I'm sure
shoot
they do.
webbing up at Ari.
Okay.
That's
And it has a disadvantage because I'm dodging. Right.
Oh, that's right.
field of
So only an 8
Skirmish
instead of a 20.
battle.
Come on, bring it on! I want to taunt. I wish I could taunt while dodging. That would be cool.
All your fancy wire tricks are taunting.
Purple. Purple is actually going to skitter forward to the spider that it definitely does not
I
know.
don't know. That might not be royalty
Yep.
free. I have
So
no
it gets
idea.
within
I think
range
it
of
is, you can just
Rom.
dump
Is it
it
still
to,
the
like,
same
the-
round?
No, sorry, I meant the one.
Yes,
the
so
one
your
that-
triggered action will go off.
Okay.
'cause I
Yeah.
think it might have missed.
Is he? So he's just walking up to right.
Yep.
Bring it. 7. That's my attack.
Just
What's
do
the attack in this
tabletop one.
form? This was I'm gonna be using the bite, so that's a +5. 12. So that's a 12 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
Okay.
I mean, you know what the giant spider's AC is, you cheater.
Hey, I was trying not to look at it,
Uh-huh.
but I do know what it is.
I mean, that is what your AC is right now.
it is,
so
and that's what my
it
health
is going
too.
to try and bite you back.
This giant spider battles.
Yeah, basically like they just clash together in one of those like spider balls, those weird like spider balls where you see two of them fighting.
Those weird spider balls
Yep.
that you see so often.
Yep. They just
should
go
be the name
tumbling
of
down the road.
episode,
You know?
Weird spider balls.
Weird spider balls.
Yes, definitely name the episode. Rename the episode.
Spider balls.
Weird spider balls.
Spider balls.
And the subtab is you want nuts. So that's actually going to be an 18 to hit you.
18 does hit with my AC of 14. Because I cannot benefit from my armor, right? Because it melds into my.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
you basically
So it's
take
14.
on the armor.
So I'm 14. Yep.
So you are going to take 10 piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
And a concentration check.
That's right. That's an 11 plus 2. Wait, that'll be using its stats.
Oh, there you go.
Constitution is a +1, so that'll be 12 for my Constitution.
12 is enough.
And then.
And then it is, I believe, the concentration is 10 or the damage plus 10 or hang on. I don't do concentration checks very often here. That's probably my bad.
Yeah, I wish they had a concentration mark.
So the DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Okay.
So 10.
So 10. So it has to be higher than 10. I rolled a 10 and I have a +1, so that's 11.
Perfect. So you do not break your polymorph. Next up is, so that was what, purple? Gray is going to rush for Tavish. I'm going to try and
What's its movement?
30.
10, 15, 20, 25.
And that's going to be a 17.
I believe that's it.
Yes. So it's only going to do 4 piercing damage, but I also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Does my flower thing help at all? Flower necklace that she
No.
does. Constitution, you said?
Yep. 4? Okay, so you're going to take some poison damage. I figured. That's a lot of
I guess this is a way for us to tell if the little flowers that we have are
Poison
are
resistance.
poison
Oh,
resistant.
I'm sorry. You're supposed to take poison damage half as much on a successful save. So just a second here.
Yeah, okay. Let me know this
So
weakness.
you take 15 poison damage,
guess they
and
don't
you
block poison.
take 7 poison damage.
7.
Yep. Didn't read that it was
And
half as
got
much.
a freaking goblet, sir. But I have one left.
So you are not. I'll point out that you're not poisoned. You don't have the
But it
poison
gives us poison
condition.
resistance.
Just
Yeah, but I'm
damage.
saying like you are.
Oh, so I don't
took-
have a poison.
You don't have a
just
poison condition. You just took
In case I
poison
take
damage.
damage, I'll leave that over.
My
2 drinks.
Akio, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
So I don't die. And then I'm going
Is
to...
that a bonus action?
No, I wish. And then I'm going to move this way 5, 10, 15, 20, and kind of tuck up against this tree.
Okay.
And on the next turn, I will do something awesome. And that'll be the end.
All right. So
You only had a move action?
I cast Mage Armor.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the light blue Ettercap is going to move up half the distance to Ari, kind of skittering up the webs. So let's get a platform. For them as well. Yeah, that should be good. And then it's going to try and web you. Okay. And it rolls a 12 to hit.
Miss.
This guy?
Is he right up next to you?
Nope.
He was like there.
Right
yeah.
there. Yep. Yeah, just because he was trying to do the ranged attack. So again, you are just like perfectly
Gotta dodge more often.
balanced, dodging. I mean, when you get a bonus action dodge for a key
Yeah.
point, that's pretty good. If you remember, back when your adventure started, Ari survived a kobold-like assault for
Yeah, I remember
9
that.
of them by
They were
dodging.
shooting arrows at me
Yep.
and like all kinds of stuff.
Which you
Look,
don't.
I'm sorry.
You haven't used your catch arrow in a while.
I know, it's been a long time. And that was the time where I screamed and I'm like, kobolds! And then all the bats came down from the cave because I woke them up. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the
that was,
Sturges.
that was we
that
almost
was-
got wiped that encounter.
That was fun.
The worst.
That was fun.
Remember that time when we threw the rope over for Brom to climb up and then he fell off? And then you went down to save him and then you fell off too?
Yeah.
Didn't I have magic boots at that time? I just walked down there.
Pretty sure you
The other spider actually is going to try and shoot webbing at you, Ari, the white spider.
Okay.
And it rolled a 20.
Barely hit.
Okay, so and that was with disadvantage, by the way. Finally rolling. Okay. So now you are restrained, and you'll have to use an action to break out of the webbing if you want to. And that brings us up to the top of the round. With Brom is out of here, so Ari will go ahead and move to you until he comes back.
Okay. Okay, so I have to try and attack the webbing.
Yes.
Basically.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do that.
I'll
with
tell
my
you.
dagger.
Okay, so you're gonna pull out the dagger. And do
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Well, I've been using my dagger.
Oh, okay.
That's my weapon of choice at the moment until it becomes wrist blades.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll try and slash at him. 29.
29 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Don't need much. We moved to Ari's turn because you weren't here, but you will be next.
Jeez. 9.
Sure. Should be just in the fridge there. There's a thing to push in. How much damage?
9.
Yep, you're able to kind of cut away the webbing
Okay.
rather
so then,
quickly.
for my second attack, I want to go.
Okay, so you're gonna drop
Come
down.
down on this guy. Yeah.
So how much damage do you get reduced?
So my slow fall.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while,
Because
so
you-
my
Because you are dropping 30
take
feet.
advantage
Yeah.
to start going.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
it's you can
3d6.
use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 35.
Well, you're gonna take 11 falling damage.
So I reduce it by 35. So I'm okay.
But no, that does not provide you healing. Negative.
Yay! I just healed 24 damage.
I landed.
Great. Okay. So I come down, trying to come down with my dagger on top of this thing's abdomen.
Okay.
Attack
Middle of the spider bone.
is a 20
20 will hit.
Nice.
for. Oh, and I get to use my. Because he's within 5 feet, I
Yes.
get to use my.
Sneak
I
attack.
never remember what that's called. Sneak
Sneak
attack damage. Thank you. Boom! Bad. Okay, that's better.
If you're okay.
11,
Oh, yeah.
17. 17 damage, Corey.
17 damage. All right.
And then
Yeah, one more attack.
unarmed strike. The 29
And that'll hit.
for. Gosh, it's been so long. For 10 damage.
What was your first one again? Sorry.
What was my first one?
17.
17, I thought.
Yeah,
17.
no, it was 17. Yeah.
Just can we double check here. Yeah. So the first one you stab down, and then you just kind of use your final attack to wrench backwards, and it just opens up this the spider sack, and eye cord
Brutal.
goes everywhere as it dies.
Spider killer.
Spider icker.
Spider.
Okay. I guess. You know what? For any remaining movement, maybe I'll just kind of back up, like in front of Brom.
Jump on my back.
Okay.
Just to kind of say. And I kind of look over my shoulder and just say, "You couldn't have picked a different form."
Brom, it is your turn.
All right, Brom looks at his prey and the web spits at it, and then turns around and now I'm gonna attack the orange one behind me.
Okay.
Doing a bite attack.
You're gonna move up and bite.
Yep, that's a 16 plus 5. That's 21.
That'll hit.
And then I'm going to be. What am I looking at? Wrong. Animated table. Where did that come from?
You are now an animated table.
What?
Let me go just get my table mimic.
Okay. All right. See, I'm gonna try and stretch the limits of like what's available. Here we go. That is a 7 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's make a DC at 11.
Until we're done.
It makes
your
it
ice
6.
done.
So it'll take half damage.
Okay.
Let it melt some more.
So that would be 5 damage, and then it says.
No. So it takes 11, and then you roll 2d8 for poison.
So
and
it
takes half of
failed.
that. No, it made it, but if you read it, it says that.
Your bite attack plus poison damage.
Yeah.
Oh, half as much damage. Okay. You're
Yeah,
right, you're
so
right.
it takes your bite
So
damage.
it will
and then-
always do poison damage.
It'll always do the physical, and then
Yeah.
the poison damage is just half. Okay,
Yep.
fine. So that's 8. Just 8 damage, so it's 4 poison damage.
So 4 plus 11. Alrighty.